In the past 2 weeks, I'm up 1745 on Underdog Fantasy, and I want you to win too.
But what are you waiting for? Click the link in my description to download the Underdog Fantasy app right now. And to make matters even better, users will receive a deposit match up to $100 if you use my code. If you put 100 in, they'll give you 100. You put 50, they'll give you 50. You put 20, they'll give you 20. You put 10, they'll give you 10. If that don't sound like a deal, I don't know what is.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the building once again for a very special edition of your 2022 NFL Saturday night special AFC East showdown between the Buffalo Bills hosting the Miami Dolphins. In a game that determines the division, because if Buffalo wins here, they would all but, if I'm not mistaken, lock up the division, taking back the tie break, and then for Miami, they would need quite a bit of work to get back into the good graces of said division, because I believe that they are sitting right now at 8 wins, but Buffalo is sitting on 10. And then with there being 3 games remaining, Buffalo would have to lose 2, and Miami would have to win 3, or I should say win 2, and then Buffalo would have to, it's something of that nature, depending on whatever the totality of this result of this game shall be, as Buffalo and Miami are separated by 2 wins. Yeah, so Miami essentially would have to get this W and need Buffalo to take 1 more loss. And they would have to win out in order to take the division. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they would pretty much have to win here and then win next week, and that pretty much shores up the division. But nevertheless, in your 2022 NFL Saturday night special, Week 15 game highlight commentary. What is going on here? First and foremost, today was a legendary day of football. In fact, I wish I went live earlier. Why is that? Well, because in the battle of the AFC North, the Cleveland Browns took care of business and won 13-3. No, that's not it. That ain't it. No, it was a spectacular day for football. Why? Because you saw what happened. You saw Croatia and Miss Croatia go out there. Showcase the butt cheeks. As you saw Croatia take down Morocco and take that bronze medal. God damn it, that ain't it. That wasn't it at all. No. They was giving out free donuts at Rockefeller Center. No, that ain't it. That don't even got nothing to do with football. The Vikings pulled off the greatest comeback in regular season history, because a coach named Jeff Saturday blew it on a Saturday like no Saturday has ever done it before. The Colts were leading 13, 14, 15, 27, 33-0. And the Minnesota Vikings took out their doggone schlong mandingo appendage, removed it from their anal rectal sphincter, where they were getting fucked up the poop shoot halfway, no Vaseline. They said the necrophilia challenge is no longer going to transpire. It's time to turn this into the blowjob of a lifetime. Stuck it right in the mouths of Jeff Saturday. Stuck it right in the mouths of the injured Jonathan Taylor. Stuck it right in the mouths of Matt Ryan, who has the greatest playoff, blowjob of all time. Granted, the Bills come back against the Oilers. That's the biggest in playoff history. But if you consider the situation with the 28-3, the 25-point blowjob in Super Bowl 51, Matt Ryan quarterbacking that Falcon squad. It wasn't his fault. It was more Kyle Shanahan's fault. Why the fuck did you only run the football 4 times after leading by 25? But in a game where you led 33-0, the Minnesota Vikings and Kirk family member Cousins, who let his chain hang all the way down to his appendage. I say, so I say, oh, the friend. This man showed up, and the goddamn Indianapolis Colts decided to go and choke like never before on prime time in front of the entire world. Broadcast to the goddamn nation. They went out there on their knees with a choke of a lifetime. Absolutely ludicrous How do you blow a 33-0 lead? Somebody tell Jim Irsay to get an interim for the interim head coach. Everybody getting fired. Don't even say nothing in the locker room. No closing speech. Don't even converse with each other. Everybody getting fired. Week 16, the Indianapolis Colts take the field, and it ain't gonna be nobody but the mascot and a whole lot of helmets and shoulder pads on the floor. What transpired? The motherfucking other team win by forfeit. Take them off the doggone field. I should say there's an early punt right here. Miami fixing to give the football back to Buffalo. That is ridiculous. You blew a 33-0 lead. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Matt Ryan, I'm gonna tear this brother. I'm gonna tear Indianapolis apart tomorrow. That's all I can say about that. I'm gonna tear them. I'm gonna go straight to sleep at the conclusion of the stream. I'm gonna wake up extra early, and then I'm gonna put together a commentary of a lifetime. Should I do an isolated game? Probably, but I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna have a Saturday compilation. I ain't got no goddamn time to go, separate a bunch of. I'm gonna do a Saturday compilation. Cleveland and Baltimore didn't really have too much, doggone highlights going on in that goddamn game, so nobody gonna pay that no mind. Buffalo, Miami, they should make things interesting, but for the most part, Indianapolis, Minnesota, it's about to be a commentary of a lifetime. I can promise you that right now. Fat Man Patu wants it. Can I request a Colts roast session live? Well, I would hope that would conclude as that, because I can't afford to lose my voice, because this is about to be a crazy 3-day run. For one, 2 nights ago, did go live Thursday Night Football, magnificent time. Then, here we are today, Saturday night special. Then, I have to go live in the morning for World Cup final. Let's go, Vamos, Argentina. Then, Argentina to the World Cup championship, or I should say win. Then, have to not only go and record that Saturday commentary, I also got to bust out that Sunday commentary and go live Sunday Night Football, followed by Monday Night Football. So it's going to be a very, very, very strenuous 3 days on The Voice. But I would not like for any better kind of stress. But I can tell you something right now. I'm hoping that the night, oh, Jesus Christ, the goddamn alarm is still going? Jeez, good Lord. Why the alarm still going? This shit been going for how long now? That's ridiculous. Now, with that being the case, how long has the alarm been going? The alarm been going for like how long? God, fucking 6 minutes, 7 minutes. That's a long goddamn time for the fucking alarm. I think it worked with the screaming of the Colts. But whatever the case may be, if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis if you haven't already. I need a timer on it. No, I have it on a loop. It literally is only 40 seconds. I put it on a loop because when I do my intro, I'd rather have the alarm there. But for whatever reason, I could have swore I clicked it to turn it off, but it kept going. That's very interesting. It must have caught me in a genjutsu. It just kept going. But we have some things here going. For the first time, I had insurance on one of my parlays, and lo and behold, what happens? Justin Tucker has his worst game in forever, and Deshaun Watson decides he don't want to turn the football over, right? When I had a little bit of insurance on one of the parlays. But I got 3 going. I got a little bit of a mix and match. With Luka Doncic not playing, tonight, Tim Hardaway will probably be the high point scorer. So I got him alongside with some rebounds as well. I got Jalen Waddle, who had 1 reception last game. I expect him to get his hands on the football early and often. Kenyon Martin, I need him under 9 points. I need Josh Allen to throw a couple of touchdowns. And, of course, Stephon Diggs catching at least 6 passes against that Dolphins defense, who allowed Keenan Allen to go out there and get 12 last week. And then over here, strictly of this particular football game, I have Tyreek Hill getting at least 78 yards. Josh Allen not running the football as much because the pass game is going to work. Singletary getting over 55 all-purpose yards. Stephon Diggs, of course, getting that 7 receptions. And then Jalen Waddle going over 56 yards. And then last, and this is the big one right here, and I would hope that the Bills don't fuck me over. I've already got 3 locks from earlier. Matt Ryan not picking up any rush yards, Adam Thielen being under 53, and Nick Chubb running for 99 yards. All I need is Josh Allen to throw 2 touchdowns, and I need Isaiah McKenzie to go and catch at least 30 yards. That's all I need, and I'm a $400 winner. That's all I need. So if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis. You can mess around and win here, not only tonight, but also Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, doesn't matter. You could play every doggone day. You don't get no better than Underdog Fantasy. So make sure you click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code Adonis, and more importantly, let them know I sent you. Now, Coach MOTV, but 2-1 said, here's a few bucks for some hauls. Great work, CA. Yes, indeed. I'll put that towards some doggone hauls for sure. Jackson State, undefeated, loses the national championship because a white tight end had butterfingers. What happened to his hands and couldn't tie it up in overtime? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? And for the back-to-back years, Jackson State comes up short in the national championship. But whatever the case may be, here comes the Buffalo Bills. Ooh, beautiful pass over to Stephon Diggs. He's going to move the chains there. Way to retain the foot. God damn. Why is Stephon Diggs always talking trash to somebody in prompt? Somebody slap that brother. Don't get ejected until after he gets over 7 catches. But my God, that brother needs to relax. I'm all about people being, you could be over emotional. You could be things of that nature. But don't cost yourself flags with screaming at players. What's wrong with you? Keep your goddamn emotions in check. But Sealy, put 5 on it. Much love, much love. Just chilling said they need to sell whatever the hell the Vikings coach said at halftime because I don't know how the big chicken bone Colts choked. There's no way anybody would play a second half like that. It was absolutely ludicrous. Oh, that was nearly intercepted. Oh, that was McKenzie too. Come on now, catch that. That would have locked up the doggone parlay. We rubbed, said Diggs be too cocky. Don't get me wrong. I think he's earned the right to be somewhat cocky. There's without question, Diggs is a top 10 wide receiver in the league. You can make an argument for top 5, but I think he needs a bit more, years at the top to get himself to that top 5 category. I think there's only somebody like a Justin Jefferson is probably the only young receiver who I would put into the top 5 because no receiver has ever done what he's done over the course of his first 3 seasons. Nobody has done it. So because that's the case, I can thrust him into that top 5 spot. But with Diggs, I think he's earned the right to be cocky per se, but you're doing too much. You're doing too much. There comes a point where you got to, every game you getting in people's face, you screaming at people. I'm all about, bravado, stuff like that, but you can't risk your team. How many times I got to talk about taunting? It's ridiculous. Is it a terrible call? Absolutely. Is it soft? Without question. But you know this going into the game. It's not as if they just changed the rules in the midst of the game. You know this going in. Don't fuck your team over. We've seen maybe 4, 5, 6 different occasions this season where a player fucks their team over because they've got over emotional or they've done something that's undisciplined. So don't fuck yourself. That's all I got to say about that. I'm all about talking shit, whatever the case may be. That's all well and good, but don't do it in a manner that can result in you getting flagged. I think that's retarded. But what's going on, y'all? What's going on? My bad for the horn again. I didn't mean for it to go that doggone long. Oh, did I freeze? I froze. Hold on, wait a minute. I froze. What's going on with me? I think I just plugged in the charger and then they froze me. Why did they freeze me? Hold on now. Give me a second. Undertaker, elbow somebody so I can fix my goddamn camera. All right. Did it fix it? God damn it, it didn't fix itself. Now I'm invisible. Come on now. Why am I invisible? There's no reason why I should be invisible. Bring me back, God damn it. Bring me back. There I am. All right, I'm back now. It done froze me. It done broke me. Now I'm black. Now, I mean, how am I black? I am black. Come on now. It's hilarious. Am I just a floating head? Can anybody see I'm wearing a shirt? Am I just a floating head in the abyss? It's ridiculous. 14 Rocket said, taunting has no place. Boasting about a play you make, sure, but then no reason for taunting. I agree. There is no reason for taunting because you making the play is all of the taunt. The fact that you made the play, you don't need to do shit. Like, I've always been a proponent of the old adage of let your game speak for you. There's no reason for you to have to get in somebody's face and, yeah, I just did that. I saw you do that. What ego will be the death of motherfuckers because they doing too much. You're doing too much. Don't get me wrong. I'm all about, if you got to talk shit, there's a way that you do it. But when you blatantly go above and beyond just to get in somebody's face or say something, for what? What are you trying to provoke here? Trash talk has a place, but there's a time and a place. People be doing too much, bro. Like, imagine if they took a 15-yard penalty there, right? Now, granted, in football, unsportsmanlike conduct, or you get like 2 chances, if I'm not mistaken. So you can have one unsportsmanlike conduct, and then it's like a warning. The second one, you get ejected. If you're an over-emotional player, the moment you pick up that first flag, now you got to play out of phase, because if you're accustomed to getting in people's face, guess what? You already got the flag once. It's in your head. Now you're going to play the game different. It's like picking up a yellow card when playing soccer. It's like picking up 3 early fouls in the first half in basketball. Or in the first quarter, I should say. M-Dog put 2 on, said, first of 157 wins. But, like, seriously, I don't understand that. I really don't understand it. People being stupid. People being really stupid. Ant White said you won $12.50 on your parlay earlier. Congratulations. Congratulations. Actually, because I haven't won. Last stream, by the way, I did pick up a W, so I'm happy about that. But for you, for the people who won their parlays early on Underdog Fantasy,
Congratulations! Oh my God.
congratulations. Congratulations. Colts are pathetic. Absolutely they are. Look forward to the commentary tomorrow. I will go extensively. Bob King said, what game is the channel on? If I'm not mistaken, what game is the channel on? What channel is the game on? NFL Network. And I have the link to the game, a bevy of different streams in the top pinned comment or in the chat. Let's go. Oh boy, yeah, I should have put Mostert on the parlay. I knew I was going. The only reason why I didn't take Mostert was because I looked at it, I said, yo, Miami's passing attack last week was so abysmal. I would doubt that they completely go away from it. Granted, it's cold, but I would doubt that they'd completely go away from it. You have Tyreek Hill, you have Jalen Waddle, who early in the season fucking torched, defenses left and right. Why the fuck would you not try to air it out? But I think maybe because, they're not accustomed to being in the cold, they might just go with the strict ground game, but we shall see. Elder God said, did I know Kevin Hart had a tequila? Yes, I've drank it several times on the stream. King Oris said, trash talk when the game is sealed. God forbid a game-winning TD gets called back. Correct. Never trash talk during, like always, only talk when shit is pretty much all but done. Now, granted, you up 33-0, you can probably start to think you could talk trash and things will work in your favor until game done. What trade was worse, A.J. Brown or DeAndre Hopkins? Which trade was worse? Well, right now for the Titans, it's definitely A.J. Brown. But overall, I would have to say DeAndre Hopkins. You don't let DeAndre Hopkins walk. You don't let DeAndre Hopkins walk. Tennessee, at least, Tennessee, they let A.J. Brown go, and they're still a competent football team. They need work, but they're a team in a division where they can I believe they'll win the division. Indianapolis, come on now, put the knife in them. Houston, we'll get to there. We'll get to there briefly, and then last but not least, Jacksonville. You don't really know, so it's still Tennessee's division. Now, granted, letting A.J. Brown walk was very stupid. However, you can still contend in the postseason. What the fuck has Houston done? Nothing. Terrible trade. You don't trade that guy. That's DeAndre Hopkins, a Hall of Fame. You don't trade that guy. Yeah, I think Indy went in a death note with that loss. So it's going to legendary commentary coming tomorrow. David, put 5 on. Say, hey, Chiseled, how's everything, brother? Can we talk about how Matt Ryan, no matter what team he's on, will always blow a lead? Yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation. It's a curse that'll follow him. And I said years ago, because people kept talking about numbers, I said, well, if Matt Ryan and Matthew Stafford were to both play 17, 18 years or whatever the case may be, they will have numbers that will put them in the top 10, all categories, maybe even top 5 categories as well. Jesus Christ, Mostert is the only person working on offense here. Can you get Waddle and fucking Hill going or something? Come on now, help a brother out on the parlay. But with Matt Ryan, it's over. Take the L out of love. It's over, brother. I think this stigma follows him. He'll be lucky to, get the start next year. This might be his last season. So it's very unfortunate. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Alex said Pittsburgh traded AB for a bag of chips. Well, yes. However, AB forced his way out. There's a difference. You can't hold on to somebody who clearly doesn't want to stay there, and they're doing everything in their power to get the fuck out of there. So with a situation like that, I can make an exception because that's a little bit different. Right? It's almost like when Oakland traded Randy Moss. A lot of people can look at that trade like, yo, that's fucking retarded. Why would you ever move on from Randy? Why would you move Randy Moss? But you take a look at what Moss was acting like, what he was doing. He was still a very good receiver, but then he willfully said he plays when he wants to. So if you're in a situation where you got an unhappy guy, they're not putting their best foot forward, you got to get him the fuck out of there. If you got somebody who's literally giving it them their all, and you as an organization make the conscious decision to say, yeah, let's move on from you, now you wildin'. Now you wildin'. And ultimately, the trade with AB, did it hurt Pittsburgh? Yes. However, going into 2019, Ben fucking was out for the season after, in the midst of week 2. There was a number of different things that played a role. But 2020, they had no AB. They started the year undefeated, frauds without question. But it's a situation in which they were still somewhat competent. 2 years, they went to the playoffs. Both years, one and done. Really, 2020 was that was their opportunity, but the defense got let down. I'll just go that far. And then 2021, they was able to scheme their way there for the most part, but they weren't a very competent football team. And then this year, they still got to figure stuff out. But if you're an organization that lets a generational talent, A.J. Brown's not there yet. DeAndre Hopkins, he's amongst the best receivers to have played. So you don't let people like that walk. Fat Man Platoon wants to say Houston didn't even get a first-round pick for D-Hop. Correct, which doesn't make sense to me. You trade who is a top 3, arguably number 1 receiver in the game. You let him go. Why? That's stupid. That's stupid. 14 Rock said, God, don't remind me, Okafor falling and allowing, Ben to take the sack. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. That shit, that's ridiculous. Bothersome. Because that was a season that they could have actually done something as well. Because for all intents and purposes, that defense in 2019 showed the fuck up too. Like from 2019 to 2021, that was Pittsburgh's best fucking defense since the fucking 2000, 8 to 11 or those times. Like they literally had a defense that was making fucking plays, causing problems left and right. The offense was just not competent. Very sad situation. 2nd and 5 here, incomplete over the middle. 6:23 on the clock here. Peyton put 2 on it. Said, remember when AB was with Bill for 7 seconds? I remember. Yeah, I remember that too. And he could have helped that 2019 Patriots team. He could have helped them. What would Tomlin's legacy be if this is his first losing season? It would be the exact same as it's been. You have a consistent winner. Like one losing season doesn't automatically, tarnish the man's complete legacy. It's like, all right, it took you 16 years to finally have your very first losing season. His legacy doesn't change. Moreover, it's your very first season without Ben. It's almost similar to like Bill Belichick. You win 6 Super Bowls, different degree, of course. It's not the exact same. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But you win six championships. Tom Brady leaves and wins a Super Bowl the very first year he leaves. You miss the playoffs and have your first losing season since 2000. Since 2000. Does that make Belichick not a good coach? No. Does he get exposed? No. It's just you got a down year. What does he do the very next year? Goes with a rookie quarterback to the playoffs. So that's what it'd be like. 4th down here, 4th and 1. What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here? What are they going to do here on 4th and 1? They're going to kick that field goal. Oh, no, they're going to measure it. Let's see here. No, it definitely looks short. Yeah, it's definitely short. They're going to have to figure out what the fuck it is that they want to do. It is short. Is AB Hall of Fame material? He was a first ballot Hall of Famer until he played himself out of it. Because of his attitude. Look, the fact that T.O. had to wait 2 years to get in shows me that they now take into account off the field stuff, right? And I think it all started with Darren Sharper. Had he not went and started, decided to be a serial rapist, he's a first ballot, well, maybe not first ballot, although he has the numbers to be so. But he's a Hall of Famer. But because this dumbass wanted to go out there and just rape a bunch of women, guess what? Your legacy is now completely tarnished. You can't talk about greatest safeties without talking about Darren Sharper. But because the man was a serial rapist, now, guess what? No Hall of Fame for you, dumbass. Prison for you. Rightfully so. Then, with that being the case, moving on to whatever the reason why they wanted to punish T.O., which made no sense. They had that brother with two 2 years, you kept that brother waiting, which was ridiculous. And then you still had Moss go, first ballot, which was crazy. You have Moss first ballot, but T.O.'s not. That doesn't make any sense. They're both literally 1A. They don't make no sense. But Jerry is, of course, the greatest receiver of all time. There's no debate. But with that being the case, and them taking into account off the field stuff, AB, it's over. It's over. He was second to Jerry Rice on a run in a 6-year span. Nobody's ever done what he did outside of Jerry Rice. This man was fixing to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He fucked that up. So it's over for him. Adrian Patuan said, who keeps shooting Matt Ryan with Bullet Bill? Well, who knows? He does it to himself. Jonathan said, you can't wait to hear the Vikings and Colts commentary. Stay tuned. Tomorrow it's fixing to go down. Yo, Mostert got to have a number of yardage, man. Where am I? What do I need? So pretty much I just need Josh Allen to find the end zone. I need Isaiah McKenzie to go pick up some yardage. I could care less about the other parlays that I have here as long as I can win one and win one big. So if Buffalo can get this football back and Josh Allen find the end zone alongside with Isaiah McKenzie picking up at least 30 yards, I think I'll be okay. But for the life of me, I should have took Mostert on a parlay somewhere. Hazard put 5 on it. Said Indy will be eliminated if they lose. They did. Tennessee beats the Chargers, and either the Jets beat the Lions or Patriots beat the Raiders. Well, for one, the Chargers and Tennessee. Now, that's going to be an interesting one because the Chargers can't afford to take an L. Tennessee's defense can be exploited with the Chargers, high-octane, Air Coryell-like throwing the football style. But that one, both of those teams need the W. Now, granted, Tennessee's still going to, wrap up the division, but their offense has been struggling. But I don't expect the Chargers to go out there and completely shut down, Derrick Henry. I think he's going to return back to prominence and have a pretty good game. So that's going to be an interesting one. And then Jets beating the Lions. The Lions been looking good thus far, and I do believe that the Jets, like the Giants, will fall off of a cliff. So I'll probably go in that direction. Tua's got to get rid of the football. Yeah, he's going down. Oh, he lost the ball. Oh, he fumbled. Well, they're going to settle for a field goal. Luckily, they was able to retain possession. Tua only had one read on that play. That's stupid. That's bad. I always said I hate plays where there's one fucking read. I can't stand that. And if you're going to have a play where you have one read when you're looking only one way, just get rid of the football, man. Just get rid of the football. Throw it away. He had Tyreek Hill straight out the gate. He was looking for Waddle on the whip route. I think it was Waddle on the outside. He was looking for the whip route. He was looking straight for the whip route. There was multiple reads, but he straight out the gate. He looked at, if that was the first read, that's a terrible way. He's a left-handed quarterback. So you would start him looking here, and then he has to whip his head? That doesn't make sense. That's a bad play call. And Patriots beating the Raiders, I can see that happening because the Raiders are going to find a way to fuck themselves. But then the Patriots at the same time can fuck themselves too. But I'm rolling with the doggone Lions of everything there. I feel very confident about the Lions finishing this season strong. I'm cheering for the Lions through and through. Token Black Guy said, why do you keep hearing 14 grams of crack in the background? Oh, every time somebody donates, you'll hear 14 grams of crack, pop up in the background. I was able to get that edit, or I should say that effect going. So every time, people get a kick out of that soundbite whenever somebody gets 14 grams of what?
You buy 14 grams of crack. Then you sell it.
Who was on crack?
And I believe that I have the whenever somebody subscribes, to the channel. So to the new subscribers, welcome. And if you guys haven't already hit that subscribe button, make sure you go ahead and do so. And hit that like button as well. Come on now. Over 5 in the building. We only sitting at 146 likes. Help a brother out. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Okay? Hit that like button if you guys haven't already. And make sure you click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis if you have not already. And participate on a little bit of parlays so you can win a little bit of money. Thursday night, we returned back to prominence for the first time after a 10-day hiatus of W's. And what do? We won $100, ladies and gentlemen. We won $100. Thank you, San Francisco 49ers, and also Seattle Seahawks. George McGriddle-Kittle needed to give me 3 receptions or 4 receptions. That's exactly what he gave me. Geno Smith needed to be over 16. He gave me 18. Christian McCaffrey just had to find the end zone. He did once. Tyler Lockett needed 5 receptions. He got me 7. And Kenneth Walker, although he tried to screw me over at the end of the game, I was able to get that $100 due to the almost said Indianapolis Colts, but due to the 49ers and Seahawks. Funny enough, Christian McCaffrey's, photo, they haven't changed it from the Panthers. So they've got to go ahead and get that done. But I now have won a grand total of $1,845 on Underdog Fantasy. In 3.5 weeks, we are up $1,845. Now, granted, do I have access to all of them? Absolutely not, after taking L after L after L after L after L. But I'm still playing with house money, goddammit. So if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis. Listen, it's the best goddamn sports betting app that's out there. Why is that? Because you can mess around and turn $2,000 into $40,000. You could turn $10 into $200. You could turn, you could turn 10 into $200. You could turn 5 into $100. Like, you don't get no better than that. All you got to do is just be right 5 times. And you can insure your bets. So why not? Now, free Mike White. Oh, my. John D said it's going to be sunny days for Matt Ryan blowing that 25-point lead. Well, it's going to be some sunny days for the individual out there in Minnesota. Elder God said, whose tequila is better, The Rock or Kevin Hart? It's interesting. The Blancos, I would say Kevin Hart's Blanco is better, but then The Rock's Terramana's Añejo is actually better than the Gran Coromino Añejo. So it depends on which type of the tequila, but I'd say Gran Coromino takes takes Blanco, and then Terramana would take the Añejo one. So there's that one. KT Chris said, Ash Ketchum is looking like an old man Brady, has passed the torch to the young ones. Both Ash and Tom Brady are going to be a father and a husband married with wife and children. Really, they're moving on from Ash and Pokemon? Really, I believe Pokemon should have ended after Diamond and Pearl. Black and White, some people can argue. I didn't finish the Black and White games. I still have it right now. I'm actually going to go and reset it at the conclusion of the season, and maybe when I have some downtime, I'll play on my Nintendo DS. But for the most part, oh, Jesus Christ, he threw it to Dawson Knox. Isaiah McKenzie was right there. Give the ball to McKenzie. But they should have ended it from there. Darian put 2 on it. Said, so how do you get the money you win off the app? Oh, you just withdraw. You simply withdraw. My thing is, I like to, what I'm going to do is, you get your W's. You can take a portion out and then continually, play because you don't want to do too much. But I think I want to try to maximize. But here's what I am going to do, right? I'll have one big bet, and then the other ones I'll have with smaller ones. So you could play like $1, $2, $3 to try to multiply that by 20x, and then you have one big one. So that way you can conserve what you got going on and continue to grow. So all you have to do is just simply withdraw. That's it. There's no restriction for the withdrawal. Well, you can't take this much out or whatever. Nope. That's what makes it so goddamn fun. It's, you win today, you take out tomorrow. Or maybe he has to clear or something of that nature. But whatever the case may be. So there's that. They're moving on from Ash, so Pokemon should die. And Pokemon then. If they're going to move on from Ash and Pokemon then. Pokemon and The Simpsons should have been over years ago. It should have been over years ago. It's not something that should continue to keep going. Like, if Yu-Gi-Oh! Is still going right now, so the moment that they started putting cards in Yu-Gi-Oh!, I said, yeah, this shit done. These motherfuckers is dueling while they moving. Come on, son. Josh Allen looking towards his right. Got his man in the end zone. That's a touchdown. I needed the touchdown from Josh Allen, a passing touchdown. Indeed, he does get one. And Buffalo takes the lead, ladies and gentlemen. Buffalo Wild. Wings. 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 They throwing snow. The air. Buffalo. Mafia is up. 7-3. Well, they got to make the extra point first. And Tyler Bass boots it through the uprights, and it's good. Turbo dueling was lit. I don't give a fuck. First 3 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I say first 3 seasons. I really should say the original with the tournament, Duelist Kingdom, when they were in the city, and then when they went to Egypt and with the Ring Dragon of Ross, Life of the Slime Dragon, all that. No, actually, no. I think that was in the second one as well. When they went and it was a what the fuck was the name of those 3 dragons? God damn it. All I know is those 3 seasons, magnificent. Everything after that, shit the fuck out of here. I watched GX. I tolerated GX. But for the most part, come on now. They should have stopped it right there. Family Guy, too. It should be over. South Park. I haven't watched South Park in 5 years. I got a shit ton of binging to do on that. But of course, I probably wouldn't be able to tune in until way later. But some things leave on a high note. I think the older that I get, the more I appreciate Seinfeld. Seinfeld left on top, so there was no real downs. Granted, I mean, after season 6, it wasn't as great as the first 5. But sometimes you got to leave when you're on top. So there is that. Says Mo Guns. You liked 5Ds? I didn't like. Well, first off, you liked Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds? I wonder why you was interested in the 5Ds.
Pull over.
My bad. My bad. But, hey, shout out to ESPN. They got the fucking scoreboard working today. I didn't have to go back and just freaking have to go and update it my doggone self. When I read, I completely forgot the goddamn name. But yeah. You thought Bernie Mac's show was underrated? I actually don't. Well, I think it's in a situation now where this generation did, because where is Bernie Mac's show replaying? Like, it's one of those situations where if you grew up in that generation, it was on television and you watched it, so you know you could appreciate the show. But are they re-airing the show? Have they been running reruns of the show? No. It's like, it's few and far between. Or will you ever catch reruns of the show? So people will dead never know. It's not like Fresh Prince that'll pop up. Like, hell, Family Matters doesn't even really have reruns like that on television. So if you didn't grow up watching it, unless you were to personally go and seek it out, you wouldn't know anything about it. So with that being the reality of the situation, there's a number of shows that would be deemed underrated, but it's not necessarily because people don't appreciate the show. It's simply because a lot of people just haven't seen it in this newer generation of viewers, because who's going to be watching television? More people are going to be streaming things. They're going to be streaming things. Yes, Kirk Cut. Yo, y'all going, Gucci Mane better watch tomorrow's commentary. That's all I'm going to say. Gucci Mane better watch tomorrow's commentary. Who's the hottest female Mortal Kombat character, in my opinion? Good Lord. Hottest female. You know what? Female Mortal Kombat. Because off the top of my head, all I know is if somebody, it'd probably have to be Katana, but if somebody were to say Melina, I think we got some problems. Sonya Blade, I've never really found it too appealing. Okay. You can never go wrong with it. It's probably because I've seen good freaking. Oh, good Lord. Hello. Thank you. Pick up yards. Oh, keep running with him. Oh, no, goddamn it. That's Raheem Mostert again. Jeez Louise, man. This dude is having a game today. Why not put him on Underdog? Come on now. Jade? Jade been all right. Jade all right. Yeah, I'd probably go. Yeah, I'd probably go Katana. I'd probably go Katana. Good Lord, but they got laundry on the field here. Is they gonna call a horse collar? Yeah, they probably went horse collar. Yeah, they went horse collar there. That's a hell of a run. That's a hell of a play, I should say. Well, it's a hell of a run as well. Now, if they could gift that football to freaking that Melina must go crazy. Hey, come on. There is that. Braylon Pavavon said, watch one show for life, Fresh Prince or Martin Lawrence show. Oh, I'd rather watch Fresh Prince. Don't get me wrong, Martin was funny, but there were moments when I'm like, this kind of corny. But Fresh Prince, I could watch that forever. I could watch that forever. Hey, all I know is this drive was pretty much carried by Mostert, and the whole Dolphins offense thus far this game has been carried by Mostert. So for all intents and purposes, he deserves to get this touchdown here. Matter of fact, no, let me not say deserve because I hate that word. He's earned the right to get this this touchdown here. So he should be the only person who gets this opportunity to score here. Good Lord. Yeah, nobody. Tim Hardaway's got 5 points and rebounds combined. Yeah, it looked like this. Yeah, this one's fixing to be clipped. Yeah, I'll probably have to get this W over here for 4. Yeah, I probably got a chance here with this one. Yeah, I think I'm pushing just for Josh Allen and Isaiah McKenzie to go and get me what I need. Because these other 2 parlays looking like it's pretty much going to be a miss. Yeah, Fresh Prince was a hit with most episodes. I agree. Jai Cruz. No, I didn't miss it. I still got everything in front of me. I'm going to get to him when I get to. Come on now. But Braylon did say Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds or Zexel. None of them. If I had to pick between the 2. 5Ds. Pause. But neither. I didn't really like neither. Jai Cruz, Patuan said Pokemon is officially over with Ash and he won and dip. Well, if indeed, well, he did win, but so it should be done like that. And if it's completely done, here's the final game. For Wayne's Bros was funny. But I wouldn't put it amongst, Fresh Prince, Family Matters, Cosby Show, different world. But the with Pokemon officially being over, here is my last pitch for a game. And don't do that bullshit. Oh, well, I can go back and play against this trainer and battle these gym leaders. Have it set up the same way they did Johto. You do whatever fucking, region that you're in. Then you can go to the other region, do the exact same goddamn thing. Go to the other region, do the exact same goddamn thing. This time, instead of having Pokemon go to level 100, bring it to like fucking 500. Because there's so many goddamn regions now, it's ridiculous. So you have to have it in the situation to where you can continue to play through, but then people get stronger and stronger and stronger. Have one final game where you can go through all of the goddamn regions. Set it up the way they did Johto, because what they did in Johto, that's why it's the best goddamn region. They put it in a situation where you beat the game and then you damn near played the first version again to a certain degree. That's what they should do. Scott Patuan said you was at the Vikings game today. What was the experience like? Because I know it was a fucking madhouse in the fourth quarter. I know it was a goddamn madhouse in the fourth quarter. Netstrike said the lady on NFL Game Day Kickoff is fine. The lady on the NFL Game Day? Who's the lady on NFL Game Day Kickoff? Who's working NFL Game Day Kickoff? It's not Kay Adams, I don't believe. I didn't see. Everybody Hates Chris was good. And it's still rerunning now. But Pokemon MMO. Interesting. Johto has a lot of shitty mons though. Well, because that was the biggest problem because they added 100, but then they didn't really add great motherfuckers and shit. Gerald Patuan said I commented on the wrong game today. I already knew I was gonna go live for the late game. Now, granted, who could have envisioned the Colts and fucking Vikings game going crazy like that? But yep, look for Mostert. Oh Lord, I better find somebody. And it's these motherfuckers is throwing. The cameraman just got hit with a snowball. Did they just hit the football with a snowball? Did they hit the ball out of Tariq's hand due to a snowball? Oh, yeah, that's just a drop. Tyreek got to catch that. That's on Tyreek. He got to catch that. They almost hit him with a goddamn snowball, too. They almost hit him with a snowball out there, too. Yeah, but somebody just hit the fuck out of the cameraman in the back of the goddamn, in the back of his head. Everybody throwing snowballs. People got to start getting ejected, bro, because this is getting ridiculous. Good pass. Oh, he dropped it. Nah, what is going on? Yeah, this is what happens when you're a team that never played in the cold, bro. This is what happens when you're a team that ain't never played in the cold. How y'all dropped the football twice? Catch the football. That's a perfect pat. No, fuck that. Don't throw it lower. That's perfect. It's right in your hands. It's an opportunity to get a body catch. You got to catch that football, man. Good Lord. You got to catch that football. And let me say this about playing in the cold, right? A lot of people be like, man, my hands are cold. Yes. However, hand warmers exist. You're in the NFL, so you've got the state-of-the-art fucking hand warmers. Your hands are going to be warm. Moreover, I've talked about this before. When I played upstate in college, right, it got incredibly cold. It used to snow in mid-October, right? So with that being the case, you've got to keep your hands, warm. So we had, I don't really say we. One of my teammates introduced me to, yo, you should wear latex gloves underneath, your football gloves. I'm like, well, that's interesting. Why would you do that? Well, for one, if it traps, the heat there, your hands would be warm through and through. I said, it's not a bad idea. So what I would do is run my hands under hot water. Then I'd put on my latex gloves. I'd make sure that it's incredibly tight. I'd probably get a size smaller, put that sumbitch on, then put on my glove. My hands was warm the entire fucking time. Moreover, you got hand warmers on the sideline. If you don't want to have no glove underneath a glove, that ain't no problem. They got hand warmers on the fucking sideline. Your hands should not be cold when you out on the field. Catch the fucking football. It's ridiculous. Don't make sense. Catch the goddamn football. Kid Dynamite said that's what you did when you was playing. Fair enough. And I used to be the lunatic who would go outside and play in like fucking freezing weather with no shirt on. And what's funny enough is there's a number of people where they'll say they'll put on Vaseline. You put on Vaseline, it'll keep your body warm. I was just one of the few Negros who was able to endure, the cold. It's been a bit more difficult now that I've been getting older. Like I remember there was, I think it was last year. It was like 30 degrees. I'd be able to go outside in just like a regular T-shirt or whatever. I'm like, yo, why am I shivering? Ooh, I think I'm getting old. So when that was the case, I'm like, fam, do I really want to train my body against this shit, mess around and get pneumonia and die because I want to see if I can be a superior athlete again? Nah, it's clipped, so let me bundle up. But yeah, Jerry Rice did stick him for the first 3 years of his career, and then after that, nothing. Stick him is similar to catch. It's not to stay warm. Hoodie say, put 5 on it. Say, what's good, Chiseled? Been a minute, and we got to see your favorite anime list. I'm interested for a real top of your list, Yu Yu Hakusho. Wow, that's not bad. Yu Yu Hakusho, very good show. Very good show. Death Note's my favorite anime of all time because I just really love analytical motherfuckers. I didn't get a chance to. Kylie said, I'm from NYC. I'm used to it. Correct. To a certain degree. But then when you're in a situation where you don't really go outside like that, then at that point, it's going to be kind of difficult to get accustomed to it. Brandon Hicks, put 2 on it. Much love. Scott said that I miss you super. No, I saw it earlier. You said you was at the game. You said you was at the game twice. Unless you had one that was earlier than that, which I do not see. That we did not. Yeah, I did see earlier. You said he was at the game. Jimmy said, so they can just throw snowballs at any time. It seems as if Buffalo's fans are throwing snowballs in bulk. Wait, Mostert's already over 100 on the ground? Jesus Christ. Why did I not? I should have put this motherfucker on a parlay. He's got 101 on 8 carries. Good Lord. Yeah, at this rate, they won't even need to start throwing the doggone football. God damn it. Hey, now I need Josh Allen to go find Isaiah McKenzie, and they need to score a touchdown right here so I know I locked up a little bit of bread. Snowballs illegal. Welcome to Buffalo, Saka. Well, fair enough. As long as they ain't throwing it at no players, well, they try to get the ball to Stephon Diggs. He's going to lose 4 yards here. Oh, whoa. Gabe Davis needs to relax. Come on now. He's got 101 yards. Jeff lost on a Saturday. Ain't that the truth? You know what's funny was the NFL put up a funny graphic a little bit earlier where they had this was the graphic that they put up earlier. Jeff Saturday is the first coach named Saturday to coach on a Saturday. What are the chances? You know how difficult of a feat this is? Imagine being born Saturday, named Jeff Saturday, born on a Saturday, and then you get an opportunity to go coach in the NFL. It's incredibly difficult. It's incredibly difficult. And guess what? He's the first coach with the last name Saturday to coach on a Saturday. Oh, boy. And guess what he did tonight? He lost. Let me tell you something right now. If you're a Colts fan, first off, Macho, I know you on your honeymoon right now, brother. I would hope that you didn't tune into the game. Yeah, just go enjoy the cruise, brother. Enjoy the cruise. Don't think about the Colts. Enjoy yourself. You out there with your wife. You guys having your goddamn honeymoon. Don't even think about the goddamn game. Just, it never happened. So you'll go over there. Jeff, any given Sunday. Jeff, any given Saturday, I should say. Greg said, what up? Just hit a 16-leg parlay for 2 stacks in the Minnesota-Indy game. Well, congratulations. You could have hit that much on a 5-leg parlay if you click the link in my description and downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis, and you may have an opportunity to win. And keep in mind, they will match your deposit up to $100 on your very first time deposit. And participate in the pick'em. It is my personal favorite. You've seen me take W's. In fact, this past Thursday, I took a W, and today I am 2 legs short of picking up $400 before halftime is concluded. All I need is Isaiah McKenzie to get me 30 yards, and I need Josh Allen to throw another touchdown. So click the link in my description, download the Underdog Fantasy app, and use promo code Adonis. And last but not least, let them know I sent you. Gabe Dabris moves the chains here for the Buffalo Bills. Did I see that Brandon said, unfortunately, I started following you this year. Your commentary is something I look forward to every week. Well, hey, better late than never. Better late than never. Your Mavs are down Luka, correct. There is no Luka tonight. And Dinwiddie, and we lead the Cavs at halftime. But I need Hardaway to put up a better performance because I need him for my parlay. But we ain't talking about that right now. Dice King said, you already said something on this, but thoughts on Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State? I'll say this much, right? Jackson State, I think they didn't recognize what it is that Deion brought to the table and how beneficial he was to the university. So if I'm a university and you have Deion walk into your ranks, your number one thing should be, how can I keep this motherfucker here past his children's graduating, right? Because he has 3 of his kids there with him. His eldest son is working on his social media team, employed by his father. Deion spent his own money to go and get multiple different jerseys for the kids. He made sure they was able to get numerous different facilities. You as an organization, you as a school, how the fuck is it that these kids aren't being fed on a consistent basis? You don't have a situation in which you can room them after you have the water crisis that's going on over there. You're not going above and beyond to try to see if you can fund as much shit as possible. Because don't get me wrong, athletics plays a large role, but of course, if you're running a college, you've got to make sure that everything is taken care of. But you have to recognize how much money the athletics is now bringing. How the fuck is it that you sell out a stadium, but then it says that you sold out, but then 10,000 tickets of revenue is missing? How the fuck does that happen? Shit doesn't make any sense, right? So granted, was it wrong in the manner in which Deion ended up dipping after constantly saying, he's not meeting with nobody, he's not going to leave, he's there for the long haul, he's going to stay? But I think he carried it, he did it in the wrong fashion. However, the university is no fucking saint, because how the hell does that happen? That shit doesn't make any sense. How does that happen? Somebody stealing, all this other stuff going on, like it's ridiculous. But all I can say is, Mans gave him the blueprint. Hell of a catch by Stephon Diggs there. Mans gave him the blueprint. It's on them to go and take it a bit further. And unfortunately, they did not win, the national championship today. Why? Because a white tight end dropped the football on 3rd and goal, and then ultimately on 4th and goal, Deion Sanders threw it away in overtime, and they lost the national championship. Back-to-back years taking L's there. That's very brutal. It's an unfortunate situation, but ultimately it is what it is. Kid Dynamite for 5 said, Thugnificent may need to return Kirk Cousins' chain. Indeed, he will. He will. Hoodie say, Patuan said, Deion put Jackson State on the map. I don't care what they say. No, he did. He definitely brought them back, because Jackson State has had some players. Like, I believe they have 3 players in the Hall of Fame. Their most popular all time, obviously, Walter Payton. But he brought them back to prominence, right? He brought them back to prominence. No, that's not no flag, Stephon. He didn't even look down at you. That's not a flag. Don't beg for no fucking flag, you soft-ass motherfucker. Don't you do that. Mans didn't even look at you. He stepped over me. He didn't even put his head down. That's not taunting. That's just a technicality. Matthew Patuan said, you just got home. Why the fuck is football on? Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody. Oh, wow, they want to throw the football to Gabriel Davis. Then nobody wants to get the ball to Isaiah McKenzie. Come on now, help a brother out. And on top of that, Deion was getting paid $300,000. This man damn near took none of the doggone check. He invested the rest into the kids. You can't deny the impact that he had on the goddamn children. This motherfucker was bringing 5-star recruits, y'all was selling out stadiums. Everybody and their mama wanted to be at a Jackson State game, and you guys couldn't make sure that he was well accommodated. You should have rolled out the fucking red carpet. You should have had somebody there to fucking kiss this man's feet. His first full season, man's had his toes amputated, still had a chance, fought a way to get onto the goddamn field so he could be there with the team. And y'all stealing money? Come on, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. Shade says, does that crack sound effect play every time somebody donate? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Every time somebody donate. 14 grams of crack. And I hate the fact that everybody's like, man, you just use the university. What you mean use the university? So anybody else who gets offered, X amount of bread, Deion don't need the money. He don't need the money. He not struggling. He don't need the money. But how can you as a university, put forth maybe 10% of the 100% of the effort that he was putting in, and you're surprised that the man walks? Like the more that the facts that come out, the more that you sit there and say, fam, you as a university, you dropped the ball as a university. You dropped the fucking ball. It's crazy. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That's like you offering your house for somebody to come stay in your house with you, and these motherfuckers do nothing. You just in the crib. You're not cleaning the crib. You're not making no food. You're not making sure that stuff is taken care of. You're not running outside to go get groceries. If somebody in the chat right now said, yo, if I was on hard times, I'm like, yo, I need somewhere to stay. Somebody in the chat offer me a room, a bed, a couch to sleep on, your house fixing to be clean. If motherfuckers is hungry, guess what? I'm making sandwiches. Oh, somebody need to go run to the grocery store, say less. Give me the goddamn list. I'm going to go and get that. Oh, the car, there need to be maintenance that's done. No problem. You can take care of, whatever business you got to take care of. I'll take it to the, the shop. If I don't got the money to pay for it, no problem. I'll make your life easier. Ain't no way Deion Sanders walking to your university and you make his life hard. That shit don't make sense. First and goal here. From the 10, or maybe the 9. No, they have it from the 10. I do not see McKenzie on the field. No, I do. No, they're probably going to look towards Dawson Knox. He always looks for Dawson Knox in situations like this, and exactly that's who he's looking for. McKenzie was going in that area, but I need him to get that hands on the football. White boy dropped the football. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Now, granted, mistakes happen. Drops happen, but unfortunate situation. I promise you the Umar memes are everywhere. Umar memes will be everywhere. And they stole from him, correct. They did something dirty. Yeah, it was a university who dropped the ball. People look at it like, man, Deion's in there for himself, because the only problem that I had with it was a month ago when Deion was on the Earn Your Leisure podcast, he said it publicly, where he's like, yo, how is it that we looking at the numbers, we looking at the books, we got this going on, and y'all on some, we sold out. Well, where the money for this one here? Like, now you taking stuff out of my pocket. Don't get me wrong, I don't need it. I think they took advantage of the fact that they knew that Mans was already well off. So, oh yes, Josh Allen throws his second touchdown. So that now locks up 4 of my 5 legs on the parlay. I just need Isaiah McKenzie to do something. He's got to do something. That locks up number 2 on the parlay. Now I just need Isaiah McKenzie to do something. He's got to do something. He's got to do something. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. I am well on my way to 400 Dura here tonight. Mask on or off said there's going to be a high-scoring game. It certainly has the potential if Miami can start to figure out to throw the football. Because here's the problem, right? When you're in a situation where your run game is looking magnificent, that's all well and good. The problem is you make the game move much faster. There's no problem with that. But if your opposing team is putting together long drives and your only offense is on the ground, you're going to have a bad time. Because soon enough, they're going to start to stack the box, do all this other stuff, and then you can't afford to give them more time. Because not only will they chew up clock, they'll also put together a shit ton of long, lengthy drives marching down the field with ease, while your dumbass can only depend on the run. Hence why you need the run to open up your entire playbook. If your only thing that's working is your pass game, you can try to get away with something like that, because incompletions or stuff like that, or people running out of bounds, it can slow down the clock. But if your run game is the only thing that's working for you, the game's going to be accelerating. You ever watch the game where both teams could run the football, maybe not bust out fucking 70, 80, 90-yard runs. Well, those are far in between. But like 40, 30. If you can slowly, methodically work your way down the field just running the football, both teams, that game's going to be over in fucking 2 hours. Game kickoff at 8:15, you're going to be ready to snooze by 10:30. But if you're in a situation where both teams, the only thing that's working is the passing game or something like that, depending on the situation, whether people are stepping out of bounds, you're getting long touchdowns, stuff like that, that game can go on for a minute. Brandon, 2-1 said, thoughts on Ritter's first start against New Orleans? I'll say this much. For Ritter, I'm excited for him. Unfortunately for the Falcons, they waited too long to start him. I think they should have started him a game ago, if not 2 games ago, because when Tampa's still sitting at the top of the division and being relatively close. Granted, the division can't be locked up until the conclusion of week 16. So if Tampa loses, Carolina wins, Atlanta wins, they can still keep things relatively interesting. So for all intents and purposes, I think they were just 1 week too late. However, if he goes out there and he puts on a hell of a performance, then by all means, things can look good. And of course, New Orleans is still looming as well. But I think Buccaneers are going to win that division at 8-9. John D said, what's more funny, Brady's Brandon Hank, Zach motherfucker Wilson, Brian Manyman Robinson, Kirk family member Icy Cousins, or Dallas' SpongeBob? For me personally, I think it's I would have to say Brady's because of the origin of how it happened. I've told the story before, but the reason why I do the every time that Brady throws a football was back in 2017 when I was recording, I coughed, farted, and sneezed at the exact same time, and for whatever reason, the sound that I made was I said, oh wow, it's kind of funny. I'm gonna leave it in the commentary. Lo and behold, the comment section picked up on it. They said, yo, that's hilarious. I wonder why he did that sound for Brady. I said, I'm gonna keep it in there. And then here we are 6 years later. That is the go-to sound for Brady. So there is that. That is literally why it happened. A lot of people, it's cool, you call him a bitch. There's moments in which I'll say sitting there looking like a bitch. There's times in which I can, well, I'm adding that stuff in there because sometimes he'll cry to the ref or whatever the case may be. But the reason why it ended up happening, not because I was calling the man a bitch, not because I was saying he's a crybaby or whatever the case. I sneezed, farted, and coughed at the exact same time. That's why it happened. That's how it happened. How did it happen? I don't know. It was one of those weird moments in which everything synced up. That's one of the things that happened. St. Crowley said, somebody said Mbappe plays like a man who's sexually satisfied. What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? Mbappe plays like a man who's sexually satisfied. I've never heard that in my life. I've never heard that in my life. What the hell does that even mean? This man, because this guy fucks. This guy fucks. He goes out there and he plays like a sexually satisfied man. What does that even mean? I've never heard something like that in my life. I've never heard something like that in my life. Mbappe plays like a man who's sexually satisfied. That's hilarious. Oh, Lord in heaven, Macho just came back in the goddamn chat. He done said back from vacay, the Colts fucking suck. You know what's interesting? I said earlier, I would hope that you're still out there on the cruise. You're enjoying yourself, sipping some Mai Tais, maybe a little bit of Crown Royale, having the time of your life. Maybe you didn't see the game. Even if you watched the game, you could just think the game away. You could enjoy yourself out there on a vacation with your wife, honeymoon, celebrating, and here you are in the chat room talking about you just came back and you saw the game. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. I was hoping that you had paradise in front of you to where you wouldn't have to worry about that. But unfortunately, here you are watching the goddamn game or have watched the game. I'm sorry to hear that. I was hoping that you didn't. Oh, wait a minute. Delay of game. Why? Because of the goddamn snowballs. Told you guys, they doing too much. Those fucking fans, they doing too much. They throwing way too much fucking snow. See, they're like, oh, well, you know, snowballs, it's legal out there in Buff. Nope, you're doing too much. They're doing too much. Peyton put 2 on, said, wait a minute. So where did the brand come from? Oh, because porn star Jimmy G. So, because I was calling man's porn star Jimmy G, and I said, yo, Brandon Ayuk. Porn star. So then I remember at the time, because there's moments in which I'll say, you know, Jimmy G, he blew his load. He's looking for his orgasm. You know, I'll make a joke about something like a porn star, something like that. And then I thought, I'm like, well, if he's searching for his orgasm, and then he threw a touchdown to Brandon Ayuk. So then the first thing that came to my mind was saying Brandon Ayuk. So I did that shit. I said, that works. We'll go Brandon Ayuk, and we'll leave it at that. So it's like whenever I'm in the middle of recording something, whatever pops in my goddamn head first, I'm like, oh, shit, that works. We'll go with it. Yeah, they doing too much, bro. You throw snow in the air. Buffalo before, they were throwing the snow in the air. Don't throw it on the field. Like, don't fuck the team over because you want to go into business for yourself. Doing too much. Fam, if I'm Miami, within the next Jesus Christ, most are going to have a huge run again. He was about to pick up a huge gain, bro. The run game is everything is working on the ground right now. Everything on the ground right now. Table gonna get broken today. We are but they about to stop. Macho said, has Henry made an appearance yet? No, he has not. No, he has not. Thank the Lord, he has not. I think he's gonna be somewhere Saturday night enjoying himself. Honcho Pafavo said, Chiseled, you like Hurts? Reply to Parsons and Sims that he's a system. Wait a minute. So Hurts said he is the system? I actually did not see his reaction. Let me see. Jalen Hurts response. Let me go to Twitter. Maybe they have it on Twitter. What did he say?
You take you a deuce. You don't sit there and look at it. You flush it and move on. We're gonna flush it and move on.
The fuck? He said he'd take a deuce, gonna flush it and move on. The hell does that mean? Take a deuce. We worried about the Bears. So he just worried about the Bears? Well, there it is. Yeah. So he ain't. Yeah, he don't give a shit about that. Hey, Jalen Hurts a grown man. All right, Waddle. There we go. Pick up some yards. Then he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away. Waddle, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away. Waddle, waddle. Till the very next day. Bop, 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 bop. All right, Jalen Waddle picking up some much needed yards for me. He's at 49, yardage. I have him here. Well, I'd still need Stephon Diggs. I need Tariq Hill to go. Yeah, this parlay ain't hitting. Jalen Waddle receptions can help me, but this parlay probably ain't gonna hit. Yeah, I don't have confidence in those other ones. I just need Isaiah McKenzie. Fuck everything else. If I could get that 400 today, I'm just going wherever. I'll let the chips fall at where they may lay, but whatever the case may be. Jalen Waddle moving the doggone chain. Waddle, waddle till the very next day. Bop, 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 bop. Oh, there is Tua. Oh my God, Tua nearly threw an interception. Why did Jalen Waddle stop? Why did he stop? Brandon put 2 on, said, then calling Eckler that mulatto is awesome. Yes, indeed, he is a mixed race, so I will call him a mulatto, no problem. I find it very interesting. People find mulatto offensive. It's literally what somebody is. Like, oh, come on now. It's a mixture of the two. Like, come on now. But here we are. William said, I don't need to hear about soccer. That's a kid's game. Is it? Is it? You go say that outside of the United States. See what happens. You know Daisy, William. You ain't no Daisy. Now, 2nd and 10 here from the 37-yard line. Here we go. Wow, Mike Gesicki has a reception, and he's taken down immediately. So it's going to set up a 3rd and manageable. It's going to set up a 3rd and manageable. Yes, Jalen Hurts is the MVP. He is the MVP. He is the MVP. Yeah, you can say that in Canada. Nobody gives a fuck about Canada. Come on now. I take a shit on Canada. Let me not act like I'm taking shit, messing around and shart live on stream. That'd have been wild, wouldn't it? Dolphins don't like the Colts. Of course they don't. Basili said the Dolphins fans tonight are acting like the Eagles fans throwing and Browns fans throwing snowballs at the players. Well, if they out there throwing snowballs, let me tell you something. If I ever ran a stadium, I would be the worst owner ever, because I'm going to be a motherfucker who's very, like, Jerry Jones is somebody who's, present, right? Arthur Blank shows up on the field, but for the most part, he ain't people face. Jerry Jones, because he's the GM, so he's out there. Mark Cuban is always all over the place with Dallas or whatever the case may be, right? If I was an owner of a football team, because I give a fuck about football and I genuinely love the shit, boy, I'd be on the sideline losing my mind. I'd be somebody enjoying myself. I would not be one of those, yeah, man, I'm just inside the booth. You see me when you see me, but I'm just out here. Nah, fam, I'm on the sideline. I'm running. I'm having fun. I'm doing everything. When the fans start wilding, throwing snowballs, I'm grabbing the mic. I'm going to the middle of the field. Be like, all right, give me a second. We got a little bit of delay. Hey, next person, people who throwing snowballs, I want cameras on everybody. Not only you going to get kicked out, we also blocking. If you bought the purchase from somebody, you got some secondhand tickets, guess what? You never going to be able to buy no tickets no more. You get ejected. I don't give a fuck if there's half the people left in the stadium. Ain't nobody going to watch the game. Throw a snowball. Matter of fact, hitman, shoot these motherfuckers right now. What? Bang, bang, boop, boop. Yeah, it's going to be an amazing experience, bro. Don't let me be a goddamn owner. I'm just saying that much. Maybe I took it too far. We going to a live murder session live on television. Ain't nobody trying to, mess around too now. I'm going to go to prison. Let me not do that. But I'll take that portion back. I regret nothing. But yeah, if I was an owner, it'd be fireworks. It'd be fireworks every time I go out there. Only on July 4th, of course. At no other point should you be lighting fireworks. But there is that. 1st and 10 here for the Dolphins at the 26-yard line. Here we go. Of course, they're going to try to run it here. There's Mostert. He's going to pick up 2. He nearly got further. Great shoelace tackle there by Milano. This guy. ZHG said, I throw one at a Schittsburg player. Why? Why would you do? Come on, that's not nice. It's not nice. Token black guy said, whoever throws a snowball, your mom's a hoe. William said, you got shadow banned on your own team's channel for saying, let's go throw footballs at the coach's house. Well, that's going to happen. That's going to happen. JD said, turn it to Lelouch's sister. This man done went to the Code Geass. Oh, Lord. Mostert done ran into his own teammate. Oh, come on now. All right, here we go. If the Dolphins can mess around and then kick set up for a field goal here, Bills would go into their 2-minute offense in the last 4 minutes. And I know that Isaiah McKenzie would have to get some looks. Hell of a tackle here. Hey, this is one of the things that I enjoy about football, right, is the adjustments that have to be made here. Sean McDermott, realizing that most of us ran for over 100, what the situation that they're in now, they've got to stack the box and they've got to be very, smart about tackling now with Mostert and the run game working for Miami. But that now softens up the coverage. So Poyer, White, those guys are going to have to play a magnificent game moving forward because it's going to be softer coverage, right? Hill, Waddle, Gesicki, it's time for them to separate themselves from the pack. You should start seeing the pass game work so much better in this next drive than you've seen, thus far in the game, and you've seen it happen because they have to respect the run game. This is the beauty of being able to run the football because it opens up the entire playbook. But if you're the Dolphins, you have to take advantage. You don't need to keep running all these super deep routes, whatever the case may be, but you've got to play the short to intermediate game to perfection. Once you get behind the linebackers, turn your goddamn head. Turn your goddamn head because the ball needs to be coming. There's the run. Touchdown. Hello. Ahmed. Ahmed in the end zone. That was racist. But Ahmed finds the end zone for the score. And Miami has an opportunity to cut it down to 1 or possibly take their Uno cards out and give the Bills 2 for their mistakes. William put 20 on it. Said, what's good, Chisel? Taking L's on your last 2 or on your first 2 bets, hoping this one is different. Yeah, what's interesting is you don't have to run the 5-leg parlay, right? I run the 5-leg parlay because it's exciting, right? However, if you were to run a 2-leg, 3-leg, 4-leg, you can do that as well. So there's always that. If you guys haven't hit the like button already. Habitual Line Stepper said, any Ravens flock in the chat? If so, how many of y'all think Harbaugh and Goro intentionally threw the game? Browns couldn't stop the run, but whatever, we stopped running. Well, it's interesting. I don't understand. I don't quite understand it. Well, for one, I'm not a Ravens fan, but you guys can speak on it. But no Lamar Jackson, with it being Tyler Huntley who's leading the offense. I think they tried to see, all right, let's see what can work. And granted, you're trailing in the game, so let's see what works out. On top of that, Justin Tucker missing those field goals definitely changed the game as well. But, man, I don't know, man. The Ravens need to figure out. I think they're going to move on from Greg Roman. Moreover, I think that Lamar Jackson is probably going to move on from the Ravens. So we'll see what the future looks like for those guys. Joshua Pateno said, yo, What's up, Mr. Chiseled Adonis? I've been a huge fan for years. Well, first off, Josh, you've always been in the building. And he said you're a huge fan for years now, brother. And 3 weeks ago, you downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app, and you won your first parlay of $200 last week. Well, what do you know? All right, Joshua, got yourself a W. Very first parlay, you took a W. It don't get no better than that. Now, don't get overzealous. Do not just go and say, I'm going to throw the whole 200 so I can see if I can get a 4,000. Don't do that. That's how they mess around. You get caught up, all right? You do it small. You have one bigger one. You could go between like 20 and 50 if you would like to go that high. You run small ones. You can have 5 $1 situations. You can have 3 $3 situations. That's the beauty of the Underdog Fantasy app because there's no minimum. It's not a situation where you need some craziness to happen. You can run a 3-leg parlay on a $2 bet. All of a sudden, now you can walk away with like 8. You double your stuff like it's nothing. Like there's some players where you can say, hey, this should be a lock. Granted, there's nothing that's a lock when you're doing sports betting. However, Underdog gives you an opportunity to where you literally a 5-leg parlay is the max versus all these different locations of which you got to deal like fucking 21-leg parlay, 10-leg parlay. I need this. All I'm saying is higher, lower on the pickup. That's it. It don't get no better than that. So click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis. And Joshua said he done cashed out all 200. Hey, that ain't no problem. Cash out all 200. Hey, that ain't no problem. Guess what? Christmas is on what? Underdog. Come on now. It's 200. Come on now. 2 per leg. No. You could run a 5-leg parlay on $2. Matter of fact, let me see right now. What NBA games are tonight? I'll run one for tonight just for y'all. Damn, there's no NBA game for tonight. These are for tomorrow. Shit. Is there anything that's going on tonight? Well, I could run one for the championship. Okay, so perfect. For the the game against France and Argentina. Let's see here. France and Argentina. We shall go. Griezmann. We'll do a 4-leg parlay, $2 for 20, right? This is soccer. God damn it. This is soccer, right? God damn it. Load. This is 2 for 20. I could have insured it. That's 2 for 20. It's 2 for 20. Just a light one, a very light one. Just two for 20. Vamos, Argentina. 2 for 20. You run small. You don't need to do no large doggone bets. You could throw in a little bit 2 here, 1 there, 3 there. You don't got to go too big. But then when you're feeling confident, when certain things look like, hey, this may work in my favor, you could drop. I bet you I'm going to drop 50 on this one. Then when I won the $1,000 2 weeks ago, that's what I did. Slowly build, and then bam, drop 50 on that ass and just sit there and wait. And then when it works in your favor, bam, now you got a big W. Take a portion out, leave a portion in. Now you're playing with house money. That's how you sports bet the right way. All in for 5 1 said, if Miami makes it to the Super Bowl, would you hate if Marino suited up just if he's in the front office, then he would win. Marino, it's not the same. It's impossible to suit up at that point in the playoffs anyway, so it's a ludicrous, idea. Oh, Jesus Christ, this man, Josh Allen, decided to run. I believe that's his second rushing attempt. I need him under 8, but moreover, given the time in the game, I can understand. I just need him to find Isaiah McKenzie. I just want him to throw the football to Isaiah McKenzie. But, wait, if Drake bets on Argentina, I better go with France. Well, yes, but of course, I want Argentina to win. But there is that. Brandon put 5 on it, said, running your first parlay this weekend, thanks to you, bro. Hey, man, good luck. But be smart. Remember, you don't need to put the parlay on one game. You can spread across a bunch of different players. Hence why only when I go during the prime time do I do stuff on a game because it adds to the, the drama of the game, of course. But at the exact same time, make sure that you're accustomed to, what certain players have been doing, what the opposing team they're playing against. Now, granted, you don't got to be in a situation where you know all of the information on everything. But just be mindful of what's fixing to go down. John Morant got tossed for casually talking to a fan. Excuse me? Wait a minute. What? John Morant got ejected from the game from whoever had this brother on their parlays. I know they sick. John Morant got ejected for talking to a fan? What did he do? What did he do? Hold on. John Morant. Ain't no way. He said, I'll pack that thing too. Wait a minute. Hold on. He got ejected for talking to a fan. I wonder what the fan said, because I remember Draymond got a fan, thrown out as well. But Ja Morant just got ejected. Really? Let's see here. Do they have a video? Okay, so you got having words with a fan on the sideline. He received a tech earlier for arguing a no call. Wait, hold on. He got ejected. Wait, he got it. Oh, no. What? Did he just do the gun symbol with his hand? Oh, no, he just put his hands up. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm confused. Nah, there's no way. There's no way. Nah. Get out of here. What? Hold on. Nah, I need to see the replay. Nah, son. Ain't no way. What did he? Come on, son. That's soft, bro. That's soft. Unless he was out here doing, but even that. Come on. We grown. But this goes back to what I was saying earlier. Regarding Stephon Diggs. And this goes across all sports. If you already had a fucking tech, what are you doing, Ja Morant? You fucking idiot. You know the referees are soft. Why the fuck would you do that shit? That's your fault. It's your fault. It's fucking stupid, bro. People they do it to themselves. They do it to themselves. Don't get me wrong. It's a terrible goddamn call. You should never get ejected for talking to a fan. Really? You having a back and forth with a fan? That's enough to get somebody ejected. But you already had a tech. You should already know you should not do anything that could possibly, rub the referees the wrong way. You know better than that. The refs is dead wrong, but you wrong too. Don't do no shit like that to where you give somebody a reason. That's fucking stupid. I don't understand, man. I don't understand. Classic Man Q said, "What's the code for the Underdog fan?" It's right here. It's right there on the screen. Adonis. Code Adonis. 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 There's Adonis 25, but use Adonis. Because I know Adonis 25 is going to pop up first, but then use Adonis. Ninja Chef said he's so young that will teach him. Well, not necessarily, because there's a generation of young cats. Because despite how wrong you may be, social media going to say you right. What's the first place that you see young people go? Social media. So you go to social media, everybody's like, hey, man, yo, you ain't do nothing wrong. Yo, you right, King. You in a situation, man, these refs be hating. Yo, keep doing you. You did nothing wrong. So what's going to happen? Shit, I ain't do nothing wrong. Who's the authority figure who steps in to where these people, they who you can sit there and say, I bet, I understand, you guys are right, whatever. None of them. You think Ja's father about to go to him and, hey, son, you might want to tone that down. Because if he did, he'd have told him that shit before. This man grittying all over the goddamn floor. He talking about, man, yo, hollow tips, hollow tips hurt too, or some other. Like, if his pops don't check him, you think coaches or refs gonna check him? Oh, Jesus Christ. Stephon Diggs with another reception over here. And that's a huge first down for Buffalo, but it's a 2-minute drill. Now, come on now. Where's Isaiah McKenzie? That's a great catch from Stephon Diggs. Jordan said Payne, Underdog Fantasy is only in USA and Canada. Damn. Soon it will be where you are. Soon enough, it will be where you are. There's Dawson Knox. Matthew said, my God, Josh Allen has an effing arm. Indeed he does. Indeed he does. Basile said, we talked about this. First thing all the athletes do is check social media. Yup, we talked about this earlier. First thing they do is check social media. Because there's a bunch of people, like with the Antonio Brown situation, even when I was making all those jokes and through 2018, through 2019, motherfuckers in the comment section saying, yo, you ain't doing nothing wrong. People just hating. How? What are you talking about? This man throwing furniture off the roof. You throwing candy dicks at your child's mother in front of the police while willfully live streaming it. Like, you're the one who's live streaming it. It's not like somebody's recording you. You're putting this out yourself. And people in the comment section, man, yo, they just hating on you. You doing nothing wrong. What? It's just crazy, bruh. Nobody holds nobody accountable. It's crazy. The Colts are sewage, says Daniel. You're absolutely correct. DeWalt Batuan said, how about NCCU putting an end to Coach Prime? Well, hell of a victory for them. Very unfortunate situation that tight end dropped the football to even it up in overtime, but ultimately it is what it is. John said the word hate is overused, man. It pisses me off. Yes, correct. The word hate is overused, just like the word overrated, underrated, or both overused as well. Love is incredibly overused as well. There's one more word that is overused that I abhor hearing. It escapes me. But yeah, a lot of times people don't utilize, words the correct way. Cap, tell you the truth, I didn't even know what the fuck. Cap has always meant hat. I don't know where Cap came in for lying. I don't know what year this happened. I don't know if it was something that was prominent, whether it's in the South, the West, whatever the case was. But in New York, we say dead ass. We say dead ass, right? Oh, you're not dead ass. Man, fuck out of here. You dead ass? We say dead ass. But all of a sudden, Cap has now showed up in our lingo. What? New York, we used to have our own style. Everybody want to bite now. You want to sound like everybody else. Where the fuck Cap came from? I have no clue. Oh, damn, Dawson Knox couldn't hold on to the football. Throw the ball to Isaiah McKenzie. What is this anti-McKenzie offense? What is going on? Where's this anti-McKenzie offense coming from? I should have put a parlay on Dawson Knox. For real, yes, correct, for real. Basili said, you're with me. You never heard Cap until now, and I'm shoulder shrug. Yeah, I had no clue. I never heard Cap before. Yo, why is McKenzie not? Yo, what's going on, bro? They don't fuck with Isaiah McKenzie no more. There's Devin Singletary. He's gonna get them into field goal range. But then a timeout is going to be used here on third down. Matt Ryan, Choke Job of the Year award. Oh, absolutely, without question. Matt Ryan's got the Choke Job Year award. No, in the South, Cap, I'm sure that's something that, was utilized over there. But dead ass was always fucking, New York. Then Cap came from the baby. Really? Interesting. No. I could have swore it was before. Well, I don't know how long that brother been out. Because the first time I ever heard Cap was that video that had went viral when James Harden was in some, store. And some lady said she's the biggest James Harden fan. He said, that's Cap. I remember when I first heard, I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then she responded saying, who capping? I'm like, the fuck y'all talking about? Like, you about to pop a cap in somebody's ass? I've heard that in the past before. I ain't never know where it came from. Dusty said the N-word is overused. No, correct. Absolutely. I had a video on this in 2018. I hate the N-word personally. I think it's fucking stupid. Ain't no way you're gonna utilize some goddamn word, for years, centuries, demeaning, devaluing an individual, and we're gonna take the power back. We're gonna change the ER, and we're gonna say an A, but then we're also gonna use it in a demeaning manner. But it just depends on the way that we say it in the context. What? It just don't make sense. It's like with the word bitch, right? But the thing with the word bitch is it can, have positive connotation. You have a negative connotation. But it was not in a situation in which somebody was, oppressing an individual utilizing the word, right? And it's universal in that manner. With the N-word, I'm like, this shit kind of stupid. I ain't going wrong. YK said you was at the game. Energy was crazy. Oh yeah, I'm sure it was. 1205 for life. Patuan said everybody loves New York, Chicago, ATL lingo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I've never met anybody who's like, man, I want to talk like a California person. Because California, don't get me wrong. I can't get around, the whole, yeah, man, and yeah, dude, yeah, man, this is going on, yeah, man. I'm like, yeah, fam, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm about to elbow you in the face, dog. So it is that. Young Bull is used in Philly. Yeah, I heard that when I went to Philly. I heard Young Bull. I'm like, well, fuck you. What's going on over here? Why are they talking like that? I love how they have the Colts sitting there at 4-9-1 and still in the hunt. Hell, they even got Pittsburgh and Oakland in there. I said Oakland. Las Vegas. Yeah, what is Riz? What the hell is Riz? I've never heard Riz in my life. What is Riz? Oh, yeah, I see Isaiah McKenzie. Throw the ball to Isaiah McKenzie. Throw it to Isaiah McKenzie. Throw it to Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie. God damn it. Get outside, McKenzie. Yes! All right, yardage for Isaiah McKenzie. Thank you. They finally got the ball in his hand. TikTok lingo. The fuck does that mean? TikTok lingo. All right, Hardaway getting some stuff done over there. Perfect. All right, beautiful. Magnificent. All right. I need 11 more yards from Isaiah McKenzie. Yo, he is really looking for Dawson Knox. Twitch lingo. What the hell is Riz? There's somebody named Riz? Wait, having undeniable game with the ladies? That's what Riz is? Isn't that just saying somebody's got game? Who came up with Riz? I don't understand that. Having game with the ladies is just having game. Why did they... Having game is now called Riz? It was just always called having game. The code for having game is called having game. Now it's Riz. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. That ain't nothing but some...
Uh-oh, retard alert. Retard alert, class.
Josh Allen trying to find Stephon Diggs. Can't find him, but there's more laundry on the field here. Offside on the defense. Good Lord, Miami is not playing very good defense right now. And they're offside. Who's changing lingo every year? We need to jump them. No, it's not who's changing the lingo every year. It's the people who go along with it. How the fuck you been speaking one way? Don't get me wrong. You can enhance your vocabulary. You should, on as often as you can. You should be advancing your vocabulary as much as you possibly can. But how is it you speak one way this year, the next year you speak this way, next year you speak this way? I've said this before. Ladies, for all intents and purposes, those of you who are in here, that whole not blank, can't stand that shit. What is the other one? There was another one that was, it was not me, but that, I hate that shit. Can't stand that. What's the next one that's there? It's the blank for me. Hate that shit. If I had a machete, people getting beheaded. There's one more. It's like everybody's a carbon copy of a carbon copy. Nobody has any kind of individualism no more. Everybody wants to speak the same way, bro. This shit's ridiculous. Need food said we need to stop. We all did the same shit as kids. Not me. Now I ain't gonna do this whole woe is me. I never did that thing as a kid. What the children I grew around, we spoke one way the entire time. I don't know. Maybe it's I got my adult lens on. No laundry on the field is about. Oh no, late flag just came in. What the hell? The ball already flew out of frame and they done threw another flag. What's going on? Oh, it's giving, fam. Come on, son. But here's the problem, right? Here's the problem, and here's my refute to we did the same thing as kids. Grown-ass adults is talking that way. It's one thing if it's children who doing it. Because if it's children who doing it, all right, you kids. It's adults. You in your 30s, your vocabulary shifts to what's ever trendy on a year-by-year basis. It's crazy. You got 40-year-olds talking, it's giving... Come on, bro. Period. Wait, what fuck, period? What the fuck you? Come on. She drives me up a wall. It's fellas and ladies. It's not just ladies. It's fellas and ladies. They're doing too much. First and goal here. And here comes the timeout coming from Miami. Now, here's what's interesting, right? If you're Buffalo, you have 2 attempts at the end zone before you have to settle for a field goal, right? Now, here's what they need to do, right? Because Miami is going to try to, play the the front of the end zone. Don't let anything get behind you, right? So Buffalo can't play any kind of, offensive plays that result in long, drawn-out routes. Obviously, you're inside the 5, so you can't risk that. But they have 2 attempts throwing it towards the end zone. Oh, that's a nice mask. They've got 2 attempts throwing it towards the end zone before settling for a field goal. With 8 seconds, you can get off 2, incomplete passes for the most part. But it should be one. Read one not there, two not there, throw it away. Read one not there, two not there, throw it away. You take a final field goal with 1 or 2 seconds. Under no circumstance should they only run one play here. That wouldn't make any sense. And if it's some sort of swing route, that's fucking retarded. Don't get me wrong. Only pass should be going towards the end zone. And if they run the ball, I may chop my balls off before the end of the half, though. Now, here we go. Jawa said that slang is based on where you live and it's all from the internet. No, correct. Slang is based on where you live. Why the hell is this so long? Get rid of the ball, dummy. Ain't no way. Miami ought to be ashamed of themselves, dog. Miami ought to be ashamed of themselves, dog. Ain't no fucking way. These motherfuckers, these dudes wasted all the time. Josh Allen didn't even want to. He said, nah, fuck it. I'm just going to throw the ball one time. He said, fuck throwing the ball away. And then when he's rolling towards his right, Miami allows a goddamn... How? You know what doesn't make any sense? The D linemen who are trailing, immediately in a situation like that, why the fuck didn't you drop back in coverage? Melvin Ingram is now flattening out with him, right? You have another defender that's there as well. How the fuck can you help? Get your ass in the goddamn end zone and cover somebody. Is there a flag for defenders? Oh, well, illegal defender down the field. No. How the fuck does that happen if you Miami? Hey, let me tell you something right now. Miami, put your motherfucking head back down, dog. Miami, put your motherfucking head back down, dog. What the hell are they doing? How does that happen? How in the world does that happen? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. That is ridiculous. In the first half, the Dolphins now lead, the Buffalo Bills now lead 21-13. Tua Tagovailoa is 8 of 16 for 101 yards. No TDs, no interceptions. Raheem Mostert, 11 carries, 108 yards. The leading receiver right now for the Miami Dolphins is Jalen Waddle, with 2 catches for 47 yards. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, Josh Allen is 16 of 23, 217 yards, and 3 TDs in the blistering snow. Dawson Knox is their leading receiver with 3 catches for 65 yards, followed by Stephon Diggs with 3 catches for 49 yards. I still need 11 more yards from Isaiah McKenzie so I can win myself $400. But I do have a couple more parlays on the Underdog Fantasy app as well. So if you guys were interested in seeing what those parlays are, for one, this is all I need to lock this one up. Just give me 11 yards from Isaiah McKenzie, and I am now a $400 man. And because Josh Allen threw his 3rd touchdown, under no circumstance, well, for one, you can't erase touchdowns thrown regardless. So I'm in a situation in which this is already a lock as long as Isaiah McKenzie gets himself some yardage. Now, if I insured, this parlay, I would have had an immediate win because I've already got 4 out of 5. But we shall see. Now here on my basketball parlay, or I should say with basketball involved, I have Josh Allen throwing those touchdowns. I just need Tim Hardaway to give me 6, whether it's points, rebounds, points combined. I just need him to give me something in the 4th quarter. Let me see how much time is remaining in that game. If it's over, then it's pretty much clipped. Let's see here. In that particular game, how much time is remaining? There is 10 minutes remaining, so I just need Tim Hardaway to do something. He's got to do something because he's got a not good Lord. Wood got 17. I knew I should have chose Christian Wood for some. God damn, this man, Tim Hardaway, got to do something. Got to either get some points or get some rebounds. He need to help me out. Right? Jalen Waddle, I need 3 more receptions from Jalen Waddle. And given that the Dolphins are trailing, I expect him to get the football. I need Martin under 9 points. And Stephon Diggs, I just need a couple more receptions. And then last but not least, I have Tyreek Hill. I need him to be a bit more productive. I don't need Josh Allen running the football. Devin Singletary, please be a bit more productive. Jalen Waddle need to give me 10 more yards, and Stephon Diggs catch the doggone football. And outside of that, those are my parlays. But I'm feeling very confident right here. on the pick'em. So if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code Adonis if you have not already. Get onto the Underdog Fantasy app, and they will match your deposit up to $100. Up to $100, indeed. Their overuse slang is crazy indeed. Well, it happens. We shall see 12-play, 82-yard touchdown drive to end a half. That is ridiculous, bro. Shane said, you the bomb. I appreciate that. Hey, hit that like button. We got damn near double the amount of viewers as we have likes. What the hell is on Steve Smith's face? What? This motherfucker out here snorkeling? What is he doing? Gray said, when I went to Comic-Con, never been to Comic-Con, what was my takeaway? Did it fit the stereotype? I went to BlurredCon, and it was my first con. But did it fit the stereotype? There was definitely a smell. I'll say that much. Anime fans let me down with the hygiene because as the days progressed, the worse and worse people smelled. Now, here's what's interesting. And I went to BlurredCon in Virginia. I'm going to be at DreamCon, and I'm also going to be at BlurredCon again next year. Here's what bothered me the most was I would see motherfuckers who I saw on Friday, on now Saturday, wearing the same thing, smelling worse. Did you not shower? The party that they had on Saturday night, it was fun, enjoying yourself, whatever the case may be, but people smelled like we did the palance. Motherfuckers put their hand in the air, and I said, ooh, Lord, wait a minute. What's going on here? What is going on here? So I was very disappointed in that, but I will say this much. The cosplaying ladies. Beautiful, bro. Don't get no better than that. But I will say this much. Fam, my fellow weebs, come on now. Take care of yourself. Got to get your hygiene going, bro. Ain't no reason. You grown-ass man. Even if you a goddamn kid, you know better. Watch yourself. If you flew here for a con, your fam, if I go to DreamCon and motherfuckers stink, best believe somebody I may go on a rant live there, bro. I may go on a rant live there. So I ain't going to have no problem with that. It was that bad. Yeah, it started getting really bad. Like myself and Mr. No IG, we were walking around like, yo, it kind of stinking here. He's like, yeah, son, this shit kind of crazy, bro. I thought this shit was a game. Like when they made the jokes about the Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments and said that people stunk, and you could just see a bunch of ass crack and all that other stuff, and people stink. I'm like, oh man, that's funny, haha. Yeah, they making fun of the weaves. Nah, they not lying, bro. They not lying. Motherfuckers got bad body odor, son. They got bad body odor. No, but here's the thing, Shades. There are people who have bad body odor. That much people bad body odor in proximity, something ain't right. Some, as Stephen A would say, somebody lying. Somebody's lying. Bring a can of Lysol. You might have to do that. Peyton said, man's about to run into Leo Martinez and get slapped across the face because of the Adonis burner. Oh, really? Is that right? You're going to slap me across the face if I run into Leo Martinez? You know what's funny? If Shorty pull up to, well, probably not BlurredCon, but if she pull up to DreamCon next year, or if, let's say whatever con that she at, I may purposely go just so I could get a photo with her, just to make you sick. You and Highlight Heaven, two of you guys. I'm gonna make sure y'all gonna be sick. Y'all gonna be in dimensions all the time on her post or whatever. I didn't even know who Shorty was. I just saw y'all was lusting after her, so I said, I bet I'm gonna put my it's time. I had to make sure that she legal first. Look, thank God she's 20. So I had to go make sure. Find that out. And then, bam, I just put the stuff. I've never seen a stream. Had no clue who Shorty is, but she is, relatively attractive. So I'll be over there posting my video in numerous different comment sections. I told you guys on Twitter, I'm a menace for 37 minutes. I get on Twitter, I open up the app, I comment some shit, or maybe if I'm searching a little bit of research on whether it's NFL or some other stuff that's going on, I'll go and check those out. But for the most part, I just dropped my goddamn chat in there. Gerald, put two on, said Slay makes you go fucking crazy. Yeah, Slay is ridiculous. Slay's ridiculous. Like I just my biggest problem with the slang and lingo is I have no issues with people using slang. You have certain sort of lingo, no problem. My issue with it is how the fuck is it that you a grown adult, but you want to talk like children? I got problems with that. It's like the dudes who you grown, but you want to dress like you're a child. Don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of fashion or whatever. But if you purposely like, yo, I want to outshine the teenagers. I want to outshine the 20-year-olds. And you like 40, you 50. Come on now. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Maybe I'm becoming the old head here. But come on now. That shit don't make no doggone sense to me. Gerald put two on and said the word content is overused. Well, correct. It is. It is because everybody's a fucking content creator now. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Braylon Pavavon said, thoughts on Cole Beasley unretiring and joining the Bills. Good for him. Good for him. I'm happy for him. I think he should be employed because he can work in that offense. I think he should be employed. You know what's funny was I saw number 11. I said, I wonder if that's Cole Beasley. Peyton, Patuan said, "Ayo, get yourself on Urban Dictionary, you old head." Hey, don't talk to me like that. Demon Tay, Patuan said, "How's my day? My day's been phenomenal. I've enjoyed myself." Hoodie, Patuan said, "Riz was made by Kai Cenat, but TikTok ruined it." Well, there it is. Remember when I kept saying son name wrong? I can't remember what I used to say. And still, I have no real clue of what Kai Cenat does. All I know is that he streams, and he's like the #1 streamer on Twitch. So all power to that, brother. Ice Trey, for 5 on it, said, thoughts on Mike McDaniels as a coach. I actually like him. Personally, he's the funniest coach without even trying to be funny. He does have a personality, so I'll give him that. But yeah, I think he's a very good coach. He's on the up and up. The passing statistic, for 5 on it, said, if you want to talk about smells, go to a fighting game tournament. My God. Yeah, I could imagine it would be terrible there. Like, because at Blurred, they had those arcade games that was downstairs on the ground floor. And they were playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. One side lost, and I say side like it was four controllers, I should say 4 players. 2 motherfuckers had to get up so 2 new people could go. These 2 dudes fucking stunk, bro. And you know what was crazy? They had women with them. So I'm sitting there like, ain't no way that y'all let these 2 dudes come here smelling the way they smell. Because that would mean that you either okay with the stench or you too are dirty. That shit don't make no sense. That shit don't make no sense. Because honest, fellas, we need to be clean, but let's keep it buck. Women, when it comes to hygiene, they got fellas beat. They got fellas beat. Because a lot of dudes say, well, it's not that big of a deal. Why wear deodorant or whatever? Ladies, make sure they hygiene on point. You see a lady who stink, come on now, I'll show you a bad human. So that shit ain't make no sense to me. I'm like, there's ladies who's a fan of the masculine musk, right? There comes a point where, you got 2 dudes who's completely, morbidly obese, incredibly out of shape. Where's this musk coming from? It's coming from your underboob, brother. Go take a shower. It's ridiculous. Shit don't make no sense. Would that be considered Riz? Spencer, put 2 on it, said, does Jerry Rice still have an NFL GOAT argument? Yeah, absolutely. I think everybody's falling. The Tom Brady being the greatest of all time is very sexy at the moment. And he has a legitimate argument. When you talk about greatest quarterback of all time, you cannot deny the accolades, the achievements, and everything like that. So you have to acknowledge that. But greatest football player to have ever played is Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is so far and away the best receiver to have ever played. It's not even funny. Like, because the greatest defenders, people say, yo, Primetime's the greatest cornerback of all time. Who does he say is the greatest wide receiver of all time? Jerry Rice. He played against him. That should be the end of the argument. Because if the greatest players say he's the greatest player, 2011, NFL Network did the greatest players. Who was number 1? Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice is the greatest football player to have ever played. Tom Brady has a legitimate argument, without question. But you take a look at the demanding, role that Jerry had to play in the offense. Brother was 40 years old, playing in Oakland, 2002. He goes to the Pro Bowl, legit Pro Bowl selection, not just off of legacy, legit Pro Bowl selection, legit top 5 receiver in the league at 40 fucking years old. He's the greatest player to have ever played. He's the greatest player to have ever played. Don Hutson, when he retired in the mid-30s, had 99 touchdowns. The nearest receiver had 33. That's a 66 touchdown gap. When Jerry Rice retired, he had 100 touchdown gap between the next guy. Because I believe when he passed Elargent, when Jerry retired, Chris Carter was at, because Chris Carter retired before Jerry. So Chris Carter was at, I think Chris Carter got 130 something. Let me see, most receiving. So he got him by like 70. I think Chris Carter was number 2 before ultimately he got passed up. Yeah, Chris Carter has 130 flat. Jerry got 197, right? So Chris Carter retired in 2002. Jerry retired in 2004. When Jerry retired, that's 67 in front of the nearest person. But he did it in an era where everybody was fucking catching touchdowns. Jerry is so far and away the greatest receiver to have ever played and the greatest, player to have ever played. Well, not far and away the greatest players who have ever played, but the greatest receiver that ever played. But he used Stickum. Oh, you mean the first 3 years of his career? All right, cool. You want to remove the first 3 years of Jerry Rice's career? Not a problem. He used Stickum, right? You want to remove those years? All right, no problem. Let's take a look at what the remainder of his career is at that point. The remainder of Jerry Rice's career, you remove the first 3 years of his career. He still has 1,349 catches, 19,320 yards, 157 touchdowns. If you want to remove the first 3 years of his career. And guess what? He still has the most touchdowns of all time as a wide receiver by one. He still has the most receiving yards. He still have the most receptions. He's the greatest receiver of all time if you remove 3 years of his career. And might I add, those first 3 years of his career, when he should have won MVP in 1987, first 3 years of his career, 200 catches, 3,500 yards, 40 touchdowns. At that time, ain't nobody ever do it. His 1987 season, 65 catches, 1,078 yards, 22 touchdowns in 12 games. He should have been the MVP. Come on now. What Jerry Rice did is what motherfuckers do on Madden when they play on easy and they boost the motherfucking game sliders. He is far and away the greatest wide receiver of all time. And yes, Kid Dynamite Stickum wasn't illegal up until that time. He wasn't cheating. He was playing within. No. Matter of fact, no. Well, Stickum. When did Stickum come? Stickum became illegal. Stickum became illegal in. It was banned in 81. He used it illegally afterwards. It was legal in the 70s, but he used it illegally in the first 3 seasons of his career. He used it early in his career. He did not use it in the 90s. He used it early in his career. His first 3 seasons is when he utilized Stickum. You want to know why? Because when they started making those doggone gloves that have the adhesive, because if you really look at the gloves in the NFL now, it's damn near Stickum. It's damn near Stickum now. Yeah, stay tuned, Andrew, for the commentary tomorrow. I've got to make sure that I wake up. I'm fixing to get up at fucking shit. I might not go to the gym then. If that's the case, yeah, I might not go to the gym then. I might pass on going to the gym tomorrow then because I wanna get up like fucking 6:30 or 7 so I can record the commentary right before I go live for the World Cup. Get at least into the third quarter, and then fourth quarter and overtime. I can do that between, 12 and 1. Gerald Patuan said 1995 Jerry Rice unstoppable. Craig put 5 on it. Said earlier today you witnessed the biggest BJ in football history. No knee pads, no pillow, just knees and throat. Ain't that the truth? Yash is headed to sleep. Hey, have yourself a good night, brother. I know you can't stay up every single goddamn time we out here on the stream. Stellaris put 2 on it. Said Alan Page over Lawrence Coke Taylor. Oh, no. Now, granted, there's only been 2 defensive MVPs, and those are the 2 individuals. But Lawrence Taylor is a top 5 football player all time, top 2 defensive player all time. Well, top 3 really, depending on if you want to have him along the ranks of or I should say behind Reggie White, or maybe in front of Reggie White, or in front of Deion Sanders, or behind Deion Sanders. But I think the 3 greatest defensive players to have ever played is Deion, Reggie White, and Lawrence Taylor. But yeah, I would not put Alan Page over him. Lawrence Taylor completely fucking changed the game. Yeah, I said only Chase and JJ can come close to Jerry Rice at 35. But then at the same time, they would have to still, like what they're doing right now, Justin Jefferson, what he's doing right now, he would have to keep that up for 12 years. Like, people don't recognize how dominant Jerry Rice was the best receiver in the league for 14 years straight. Like, he came into the league by 87. He was, 86, he was the best receiver in the game. 86, he was the best receiver in the game. Until from 86 to 96, best receiver in the game. Then he gets hurt. Warren Sapp, bam, takes him out, right? He comes back, and he's still amongst the best. He's no longer the best. Randy Moss, Terrell Owens, those guys, they ended up taking the reins. But he's still a top 10, top 5 receiver until he messes around and then retires. He was until he got hurt. He was the best receiver in the game, undoubtedly for a decade. That's crazy. It's crazy. 11 years. 11 years. In 11 years, this was this man's numbers. 1,001 receptions, 1,500 yards, 15,450 yards of 151 TDs. He had a Hall of Fame career in 10 years, and he still had other years to come. Dude's crazy, bro. That dude's crazy. Greatest to have ever played. Greatest to have ever played. Money Moore put 2 on. Say, can you rank JJ, Von Miller, and Aaron Donald? Well, of those three, it'd be Aaron Donald, JJ Watt, Von Miller. But JJ got hurt. So because JJ had gotten hurt and he had to deal with the injuries, it's Aaron Donald, Von Miller, JJ Watt. Because if I think there was no injuries at all for either Von Miller and JJ, it's close. But JJ would have him beat. Because JJ Watt was on a fucking tier. You had never seen a defensive end doing what JJ Watt was doing since fucking Reggie White. He was a second coming of Reggie White. No disrespect to other pass rushers like Julius Peppers, a Derek Thomas, a John Abraham, a Jared Allen. But J.J. Watt's first 5 seasons, nobody. This dude was fucking unstopped. It was crazy. You catching touchdowns on offense. You forcing fumbles left and right. You throwing motherfuckers out the way. Like, JJ's first 5 years was fucking crazy. And if Von Miller never got hurt that 2013 season, fuck the Legend. Don't get me wrong. Legion of Boom was serious. But let me tell you something right now. They would have had some problems. If Von Miller never fucking tore, what was it, his ACL, if he never got hurt in 2013, I think that Super Bowl could have been a little bit different. Super Bowl could have been a little bit different. Vagabond put 5 on and said, if they hadn't retired so early, where do you think Sanders and Megatron would have ranked in their respective roles? You mean Sanders regarding Barry? Because Barry, in my opinion, is the greatest running back of all time. But he retired early. There was no doubt in your mind he was going to be the all-time leading rusher. He was fixing to pass Walter Payton. He was fixing to pass Walter Payton within the next season. He would got there. And for Megatron's numbers would have been in the Randy Moss and Terrell Owens category. The only thing he would most likely be there in yards, catches not so much, but he would be there in yards and touchdowns. He'd probably be in front of Larry Fitzgerald. But he would have the Megatron's a top 10 receiver. He probably would have been an undoubtedly top 5, and Barry Sanders would have been the consensus number 1 running back to have ever played. Barry Sanders is a top 3 running back all time. And it depends on who you want to, move out. Me personally, no disrespect to Emmitt Smith, but I have Emmitt Smith just outside. It's Brown, Barry, and Walter Payton. And I would have it as Brown, Walter, Sanders, and then I would have Emmitt, there. And then for the number 5 spot, you could thrust in a Peterson, you could thrust in whoever the fucking there. But Barry Sanders would have been the consensus number 1 running back to have ever played. Because how is it that you have the most losing rushing yards? You have the most negative rushing yards for a running back, but then also you would have retired the all-time leading rusher? Like, that's crazy. And he did it on a shit franchise. So there's that. Ernest put 2 on, said, what would I do if the Steelers blew a 33-point lead? If that game, I would be sick. And then I'd move on with the rest of my life after 20 minutes. So I'd be sick if it, when it happens. I'd be losing my doggone mind. And then I'd move on with the rest of my life after 20 minutes. I Baines put 2 on, said top 5 quarterbacks I wouldn't want to fight. Top 5 quarterbacks I wouldn't want to fight. Cam Newton, because that brother is in crazy shape. Cam Newton. I think he would be number 1 because he is an intimidating, figure that's there. Tua down the middle, wide open. That's Jalen Waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle, waddle. Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Till the very next play. Bop, 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 bop. That locks up one of my that locks up one of the openings there. Oh, no, it does. Oh, damn. Martin done scored a touch. Well, it's clipped for that one. Kenyon Martin done put up 11 points. So since that's the case, this parlay is finished. Kenyon Martin Jr. done scored, so this parlay is finished. And, Tim Hardaway came up short as well, so that parlay's done anyway, so screw that one. But, so that means I have 2 that is open, and with this Jalen Waddle score, that will have locked up that second one, and I believe they're going to go for 2 here. Yeah, so that locks up. Yeah, that locks up the So now this one is open. I just need them to add the Jalen Waddle stuff here, and then once they add Waddle, I will have had my first lock on this one here. So now all I really need is Isaiah McKenzie. Just give me Isaiah McKenzie 11 more yards, and I'm straight. Here we go. Can they give the Bills 2 for their mistakes? No, they cannot. And Miami trails by 2, but huge touchdown from Jalen Waddle here. Huge touchdown from Jalen Waddle here. But top 5 quarterbacks that I would not want to fight. So Cam Newton, that's one. Cam Newton, would not want to fight him. Tim Tebow, because Tim Tebow has Jesus on his side. And I believe that it's the God of the Old Testament. So he has Jesus on his side, but he's got God on his side too. I think it's the God of the Old Testament that would be there with Tim Tebow. So I don't think I'd want to see Tim Tebow. I would not want to fight him. Dante Culpepper, that's a big boy. I was actually going to say Jared Lorenzen, but I think if you kick Jared Lorenzen in the knee, may he rest in peace, but you kick him in the knee, I think you can neutralize him. So I would say Tim Tebow, because he's got God on his side. He's going to be like Arthur Shelby. Tim Tebow, Cam Newton, Dante Culpepper, go old school here. If I go old school here, it was a fucking lunatic quarterback in the 70s. And oh, wait a minute. Norm Van Brocklin? Maybe not. No, maybe not. No. Ben Derrick. Yeah, he played center. Can't use it. No, I think I could fight Terry Bradshaw. I was thinking Stabler, but probably not Stabler. Boy. Oh, Jim McMahon. That's 4. Jim McMahon. And yeah, probably Norm Van Brocklin. So I think I'd have to say Culpepper. No, I think I could fight Vic. Now you bring out some dogs, then probably not. But Steve McNair is a big boy as well. Yeah, so I think Norm Van Brocklin, Jim McMahon, Cam Newton, Tim Tebow, and Dante Culpepper. I'd have to say those are 5 quarterbacks that I would not want to fight. SSG, Infinite Sonic, put 2 on, said, to be fair, Tim Tebow built like a truck. Indeed he is. Stellaris, put 2 on, said, top 5 best Vikings players. Randy Moss, Alan Page. Okay, so Randy Moss, Alan Page, John Randall. I'm going to keep Jim Marshall here just in case I forget somebody. So Randy Moss, Alan Page, John Randall, Fran Tarkenton, and then Adrian Peterson. 5. Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody else got to go. So I'll move Jim Marshall, and you can't not have that list without Chris Carter. So Randy Moss, Alan Page, John Randall, Adrian Peterson. Jesus Christ, Fran Tarkenton. But then you have fucking Chris Carter. Fran Tarkenton or Chris Carter. Fran Tarkenton or Chris Carter. Jesus Christ. Fuck. And you have Krause out there as well. Vikings had some dogs. I'll probably say Tarkenton. Yeah, I'll probably say Tarkenton. I'll throw Tarkenton in there. How the fuck is Zach Thomas not in the Hall of Fame? It's ridiculous. He should be in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Is this which parlay do I have that I don't have Josh Allen? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's the one that Josh Allen. The next one actually has Josh Allen not running as much. Ooh, is that Isaiah McKenzie? No, it's not. It's fucking Dawson Knox. God damn it. Get the ball to Isaiah McKenzie. This is the other parlay that I have right here that I'm currently waiting on. I need Tariq Hill to start doing some stuff. On top of that, Devin Singletary needs to start getting going, and Stephon Diggs needs a few more receptions. But I need Isaiah McKenzie to pick up 11. All I need is Isaiah McKenzie to pick up 11, and I'm fine for the remainder of the day. But I need to see Isaiah McKenzie on the field here. Get the football in that man's hands. Josh Allen is throwing the football here today. Where's McKenzie? Is he in the slot? No, he's not even on the field. God damn it. Craig, put 5 on it. Said I could sit and talk sports for hours. Never gets boring. Shit's really a passion. Correct. However, I always try to stay as productive as possible. Now, granted, I'll talk about sports for hours in this particular context when we're live, and we're here, we're fellowshipping in the game, and then also having a conversation regarding numerous different things. But if in the event, I was just inside the crib, I wouldn't dedicate and allocate that much time towards it because I got to do something to keep myself productive. But of course, good conversation is very productive. There's Stephon Diggs. Good job. I could use Stephon Diggs receptions. But what? Cole Beasley been on the how many snaps? Oh, good Lord. Diggs is holding his hip. Oh, shit. I think he got a stinger. Oh, no, I think he's fine. Yeah, I think he's fine. Herschel Walker's still smacking progress. Yeah, Herschel Walker's dangerous, man. That's a big boy. Do I think Frank Gore Jr. will be better than his father? Those are big shoes to fill. Alex Moran is the greatest backup QB ever. Blue Mountain State. 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 here. Why is McKenzie not on the field? Josh Allen. Why did Josh Allen throw the football forward? See, that's what he was doing in his first 2 years. Stupid ass goddamn decisions. That could have been a pick 6 for fucking Miami. That could have easily been a pick 6 for Miami. What the hell was he doing with that football there? That is incredibly dangerous. What the hell was he doing? Holding on the offense, decline it. Oh, well, interesting. Yeah, they said, all right, back him up. Interesting. All right. Thad Castle wasn't a back. No, Thad Castle was a linebacker. He wasn't the quarterback. Thad Castle was a linebacker. Yo, fam, this could have easily been a pick 6. I don't understand what the fuck Josh Allen was doing trying to throw that football there. That doesn't make any sense. Arlen said, you never watched Blue Mountain State. All you know is Pocket Pussy from the commercials. Yes, indeed. Oksana, the Pocket Pussy. Very, very, very entertaining show. Oh, yes, Isaiah McKenzie's on the field. The middle of the field is wide open. Please blitz the nickel corner. Throw the football to Isaiah McKenzie. Come on, Isaiah McKenzie. I just need 11 yards. Oh, he jumped offside. No. It might change the goddamn formation. Vagabond said, which team do I think has the most decorated personnel-wise? Basically, which team do I think has the most, have the rostered the most impressive players and coaches? Which team has rostered the most impressive players and coaches? For one, Pittsburgh already straight out the gate has an argument. Pittsburgh has an argument. Now, when you look at the Colts had some dogs on that squad. The Bears and Packers, both dogs. But I think Green Bay have a legitimate argument. God damn it, McKenzie! Come on! He could have got my money right there. Green Bay, Chicago, Pittsburgh, Minnesota, 49ers as well, Dallas, but I think if you had to go with one, team that's rostered the most impressive across the board, I think the 49ers probably win. Actually, oh boy. the Bears are impressive, but then the Bears would lose out at quarterback. Indianapolis, no, they would end up losing on the defensive end. The 49ers is solid across the board. Dallas, because it's anybody who ever wore the jersey, so you just fill different slots. Dallas is incredibly dangerous. But you know what? I think maybe the Eagles have very good roster as well. I think the 49ers. I think it's the 49ers. Yeah, I think it's the Niners. I'd probably say the Niners. Raiders got the best stories. Yes, the Raiders got the best stories. But yeah, I think the Niners for sure. Because you got Montana and then fucking Steve Young coming off the bench. You got T.O. and Jerry. Tight end, of course, you know, you have you can range from tight end, you have like you can throw in like a Kittle or whatever. In the running back slot, you have your Roger Craig that's over there. On defense, Deion Sanders had played there. And everything off the you got Young that's rushing the pass, Haley that's over as well. It's crazy, bro. Like, I think probably the 49ers. Or whatever. Yeah, very good, very good question. Very good question, Vagabond. Very good question. Very good question. Honcho Pafavo said, remember Ronald Radon Randall at his show Dreams was very entertaining. I can't remember if I've seen that. Craig was McCaffrey before McCaffrey, correct. He was that first 1,000. Yeah, Giants got a good roster, too. What's wrong with Stephon Diggs? I mean, he made the right read. He threw the ball to Isaiah McKenzie. McKenzie got to make that catch, though. Braylon Patuan said, my thoughts on Deion Branch. Deion Branch was a solid, guy. He was a solid player. He wasn't great by any means, but he was a very, very good football player. Very solid for his era. Have the Raiders ever won a Super Bowl? Yeah, the Raiders have 3 Super Bowls. They won in 76, they've won in 80, and they won in 83. They won 2 in Oakland. They won 1 in Los Angeles, and they've been to 5 Super Bowls, I believe. The Raiders went to Super Bowl 2. Yeah, I believe the Raiders went to 5 Super Bowls, if I'm not mistaken. Super Bowl 2, Super Bowl 11, Super Bowl 15, Super Bowl 18, and then Super Bowl 37. Did they go again? No, yeah, I think it's still I think they've been to they've been to 5 Super Bowls. And all right. Oh, this motherfucker got a tattoo, Bills Mafia? There's no way he tattooed Mafia on it. Yeah, that's just marker. He got marker on his chest. And that dude is shirtless. He will die of pneumonia in 3 weeks. Justin, put 2 on it. Much love, Justin. Here we go. Play action fake. Where's Tua going with the football? I would hope to Tyreek Hill. He overthrows Tyreek Hill. But there's laundry on the field here. Vagabond said, do I think Brady winning a Super Bowl with the Bucs has caused people to downplay Belichick's legacy unfairly? Absolutely. Bill Belichick got the Pats as contenders, but gets disregarded nowadays. Correct, because people who don't know football. You got motherfuckers like Shady McCoy getting online talking about him and Asante Samuel getting online talking about, man, Belichick, it's more Brady than it is Belichick. Belichick don't really do shit. Like this motherfucker wasn't structuring the goddamn team. Don't get me wrong. Brady, sensational fucking quarterback. You put Brady on any team, that team is a better team. But who's the chess master putting motherfuckers together? There's a reason why you have a 20-year dynasty. It's not just Tom Brady. You had a top 15 defense. Brady play defense? The hell? It's ridiculous. They both hand in hand. People who don't know football say stupid shit like that, and it pisses me off when former players say that shit. Because you're not about to sit over here and discredit a coach because you got a vendetta with him or you seen some way somebody play. Like, come on, bro. That's so goddamn retarded. It's ridiculous. That shit's so goddamn retarded. It don't make no sense. Talking about, yeah, Belichick ain't really need to do nothing when you got Brady at quarterback. What the fuck you talking about? This man had Seymour, brought in Gronk, had Hernandez over there, was able to orchestrate a deal to get Moss. You had all these different revolving doors of running backs, revolving doors of wide receivers, revolving doors of defensive players, and you still was able to go to 10 motherfucking 8 goddamn straight AFC championships. Like, it's not just Brady who made it happen. Oh, Tua just slipped on the ground. Come on now. Keep your footing, young man. Special teams. Matthew Slade is probably the greatest goddamn special teams player, not named Steve Tasker, who's just a strict tackler or whatever the case may be. Like, that shit don't make sense to me, bro. People just be saying stupid stuff. It's as if you can't be, it's somebody's got to be bad in order to say somebody's good. That joint drives me up a wall. If you guys haven't hit the like button already, make sure you head over and hit the like button, please. That'd be very nice. But 1205 for life, for 5 on. By the way, have I heard of Prim's Hood Cinema? If not, I would say check him out. His hood movies reviews are hilarious. I have not. Perhaps I'll check him out. 3rd and 4 here. Let's get the football to Tyreek Hill. And he is not on the field. Nearly intercepted. They're going to be forced to punch. Tre'Davious White with a breakup right there. 2000s Patriots or versus the 2010s Patriots. The 2000s Patriots would wipe the floor with the 2010s Patriots. The 2000s Patriots would wipe the floor with the 2010s Patriots. I'm sorry. Although Brady was a better player then, the fucking 2000s Patriots was a fucking well-oiled machine. Well-fucking-oiled machine. Defense was fucking solid year in, year out. Offense, they made it work. 2010s Patriots, fam, either one year the offense was great, the defense was all right. The next year the defense was great, the offense was all right. Like, it was 2000s Patriots is winning that. Braylon, for 5 on it, says Skip does that for Brady all the time, which is why I hate Tom Brady a lot. Fair enough. Fair enough, but never dislike a player because an analyst, talks. If there's one thing that I've learned, a lot of times people be hate. Like, for example, has Patrick Mahomes ever done or said anything that warrants the hate that Patrick Mahomes get? No. You can't deny Patrick Mahomes is a very exciting player to watch. The reason why motherfuckers dislike Patrick Mahomes is because the media sucks him off. But do you see Patrick Mahomes basking in the media sucking him? He is legit. The pros pro. Like, for example, Jalen Hurts. Motherfuckers are going to start to hate Jalen Hurts because the media is going to big him up. Jalen Hurts is the kind of man that you would want your daughter to marry. He's the kind of man that you would want your sister to marry. He is the consummate man's man. He shows up. He gives credit where credit needs to be done. He doesn't interest himself in all the tomfoolery. He's a man's man. He's the kind of person that you would want to look up to, the kind of person that you would want to be. Motherfuckers going to start to hate him because the media talk too much. Oh, man, they always on his ball. Like, they're showing up Mahomes commercial right now. Man, I hate Mahomes. He's in commercials and shit. He think he's special. What? Most people dislike players because of the media. Or you win too much, so you start to hate him. Mahomes, what? No, don't get me wrong. Mahomes, here's the funny thing about Mahomes. You could dislike Jackson Mahomes and Mahomes' wife as much, but the fact that you hate his wife and his brother so much would make you want to cheer for Mahomes. Because it's like, yo, this motherfucker got to put up with that, and he still shows up on Sundays. The only reason why you would cheer against is like, yo, the more that he wins, the more insufferable his wife and his brother becomes. However, you look at what this man got to put up. You know how many people is like, yo, I feel bad for that dude, son. He just want to live his life, but these motherfuckers is over here. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Mahomes over Hurts, of course, he would have that. Hurts doesn't have the the numbers yet to now establish himself over Mahomes. Personally, Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now. I've said this. Granted, Hurts is the MVP. He's the MVP right now. But I think there's no question that Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league playing right now. Brady, obviously, he has the legacy and everything else is there. But Mahomes is the best quarterback. Josh Allen is up there working his way towards that. But Mahomes has done it. He's been to 4 straight AFC championships. He's week in, week out. you can see with the eye test, hey, this guy's there. Joe Burrow's working his way up there as well, but Burrow's got 2 years, and you can see towards the future, Burrow's going to be a fucking, force to be, reckoned with. But Mahomes, he's earned that right. He's got the championship. He's been to 4 championship games, and year in, year out, that brother's fucking shown up and showed out regardless. So this season, Hurts is the best quarterback. He will be the MVP, but Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. He's taken the moniker of, hey, Brady is passing the reins to Mahomes. Best quarterback in the league, it's in the hands of Mahomes. No, Burrow has Mahomes' number, correct. But it's and maybe somebody can stand there with him. Like, for example, in the 2000s, up until Manning retired, it was Brady and Manning. You can argue about who was better, but it was Brady and Manning. Those two, hey, Brady and Manning, that's the top 2 quarterbacks in the league. They both held the torch together, and then Manning retired and said, hey, Brady, you got it. Right? But right now, it's Mahomes, and somebody going to go and join him. I don't think he'll stand alone as the best through and through by himself, but we'll just have to see who's going to go and join him. We'll just have to see who's fixing to go and join him. God damn it, throw the football to Isaiah McKenzie. Come on now. Braylon Pafavon said the reason you hate Tom Brady is because people think the NFL world revolves around him. Like Peyton is better than him, Montana is better than Brady. Athletes, yes. Peyton, I believe, is the greatest quarterback to have ever played. Nobody had who played the pure position. I don't think anybody played the quarterback position better than Peyton Manning. However, he just simply does not have the he did not have the numbers in the postseason. And then of course Brady's got 7 championships. You've only got 2, so there is that. But Brady's the face of the NFL, so it's fair enough to do this. It's like the NBA, how LeBron is the face of the NBA. Now, granted, it doesn't really matter what Curry does, all this other stuff. LeBron is still, the face of the NBA. He's the one who has the reins, and ultimately, when he retires, you'll give it to him. It will be Curry who runs it. But I can understand why somebody would think, the NFL world revolves around him, because everybody wants to know what's going on with Brady. What's Brady up to? What is Brady doing? So when he retires, it's going to be interesting who's going to take over as the face of the NFL. It'll most likely be Patrick Mahomes. He will be the next face of the NFL. If Peyton Manning had Gronk, he would have maybe 3 more rings. Yeah, but Peyton Manning had Marvin Harrison. He had Reggie Wayne. He had Edgerrin James. Dallas Clark at a point as well, and Saturday was snapping the football. The downside was the inconsistent defenses. Peyton Manning's had maybe 5 seasons, maybe 6, where he had a very, good to great defense. Outside of that, everything else has been piss poor. Brady, he's always had the defense that's there. But at the end of the day, when the lights are on, you've got to perform, period. And Brady's always performed. And you can count on your hands how many bad games that Brady's had in the fucking play. On one hand, how many bad games Brady's had on the playoffs. You can do it with 2 hands with Manning. So unfortunately, it is what it is. Mavs and Cavs going to overtime. Oh, really? Beautiful. So that should, well, no, it doesn't really matter, because the one that I have Hardaway, trying to collect some points, it don't matter, because Kenyon Martin out there in Houston messed around and scored, so it doesn't really matter for me in basketball. Okay, where is he? Oh, boy, they nearly would have had an offensive pass interference there on Sanders, because he did push off, but it was incomplete. Dame Dollar, top 10 in three-pointers made. List 8 spot to be specific. Oh, wow, he's at number 8 in most three-pointers made. Interesting. Remember, I said James Harden will probably retire with the most made threes, but then when he got traded to Philly, he stopped shooting at the same clip that he was shooting in Houston. He would have definitely had gotten it if he stayed in Houston and just kept shooting, because this man was 1,000 threes he took in a season. That's crazy. Now, 2nd and 10. And remember, Curry's still playing, right? But the amount of threes that James Harden was taking, he would probably mess around and end up catching them, because this dude was, you just jocking up threes like it was crazy. It shit ain't make no sense. Here we go. Ooh, Tua better get rid of the football. He can't. Mr. GH2 Pateno said, you thought I wouldn't drop a donation. Was good. Also, kicking myself for missing the second half of that Vikings-Colts game. Oh, Lord, you watched the first half and said, fuck the rest of the game? God damn. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, James Harden's third on the list. Correct. He's third on the list. And he still got time, but he ain't jacking up threes the way he did before. Huge sack coming. Huge sack that came. Now, they've got to get this football down the field. Kari said, what's the worst thing I've seen people comparing? Yours was when NBA YoungBoy was compared to Michael Jackson. What the fuck they talking about? It's craziness. Here we go. There's Tua over the middle. He's got Tyreek Hill. Can he pick up some more yardage? No, he cannot. He's going to be down at midfield. They're going to be forced to punt. They're going to be forced to punt. Oh, you was out of town. Second quarter at a restaurant. Check the results when you ride home. Oh, yeah, that's fair enough. There ain't no problem, then. There ain't no problem. That's completely understandable. Man, no problem. No, I didn't miss the donation. I'm fixing to go up. I was just looking at the game so I could figure out what was transpiring there on the third down. Now, let's go upwards. John Pafavon said, you have respect for Jalen Hurts, but that doesn't stop you from wanting Micah Parsons to fold him in half on Christmas Eve. We didn't booth. Well, indeed. Oh, Lord. Damn, this is coming back. The punter. Oh, wait a minute. No, it might be running into the punter. It might be running into the kicker. Maybe not roughing. Okay, let's see here. Damn, it's roughing. Yup, first down. Automatic first down. All and put 2 on, said that's the worst, hating somebody because they went crazy, ain't it? Absolutely crazy. Gerald put 2 on, said Belichick is defensive-minded coach. Correct. Aaron Hernandez has a lot in common with a tire swing. Oh, my. Yep, that is definitely roughing the punter. Do I feel for Russell? Russell Wilson? Absolutely this season, but he's completely underperformed. Because you were supposed to come in and be the savior. Remember, he came in talking about championships, and you're fucking eliminated. You're the second team eliminated. Well, third team eliminated. Basili said, you think either Josh Allen or Joe Burrow are going to share the reins with Patrick Mahomes? It'll be one of those two. Joe Burrow's well on his way. Josh Allen got to get to a Super Bowl. Josh Allen's got to get to a Super Bowl and be a consensus, like, best, because here's the thing with Peyton Manning and Tom Brady, right? Although it took Manning damn near 8 years to, mess around and make it to the Super Bowl, what made him, undoubtedly was like, he's the best quarterback in the league was the fact, and Brady was there because those Super Bowls, those first three Super Bowls kept him next to Manning, but Manning was without question the best quarterback in the game. He was the best quarterback in the game. But then in the postseason, Mans came up short, right? You out there winning back-to-back MVPs, you first-team All-Pro, like left and right, all this other stuff. Like Brady's only got, 3 years? He's a first-team All-Pro. Manning's got 7. There's no mistake by that, right? Now, with Allen's putting up great numbers or whatever, but he's got to get to a Super Bowl. Like, he's got to be not only the best quarterback in the game, he's also got to get himself to a Super Bowl. Mahomes has already been there, right? And Burrow, he's been to a Super Bowl. He's just got to go and stay consistent, moving forward. So don't get me wrong, getting to a Super Bowl is a team effort. It's not easy to get there. It's difficult to get there. So if you're not able to get there, you had better be the best or the second best QB in the league and just pass the eye test. So it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Like Rodgers. Well, here's the thing. In the 2010s, it was Rodgers and Brady. Like Brady and Rodgers was right there. Like Brady was supposed to pass the reins to Rodgers, but Rodgers' defenses kept fucking him in the goddamn playoffs. So he couldn't go and get there. So legitimately, when Peyton Manning had stepped down after the 2013 season, Peyton Manning was like, hey, even 2014, he was still pretty good. 2015, that plantar fasciitis, the man's fucking numbing in his fingers. Like, whenever people talk about him getting carried in 2015, you got to recognize what the brother was dealing with. Could you imagine? You're going into every game. You just came off of throwing 55 touchdowns 2 years ago. You were still a Pro Bowler the season before. Unfortunately, they took that L in the divisional against the Colts, but that's neither here nor there. You now going into games, you got tingling running down your goddamn. You have to realize what this man was battling through. Is it an excuse? Absolutely not. But they make it seem as if this dude just became a bum out of nowhere. Like that, you battling injury. That shit ain't easy, bro. When you old, that shit ain't easy. 2nd and 6. Here for the Dolphins at the 31. They're going to run the football, and they're going to pick up the first down and a little bit more. Gerald Pafavon said, out of the 3, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, who would you say are Brady, Manning, and Roethlisberger? I would have to say, and that's of the AFC, I would say Mahomes is the Brady. Mahomes is the Brady. Burrow is the Manning. And Allen is the Roethlisberger. Mahomes is the Brady, Burrow is the Manning, and then Allen's the Roethlisberger. But with Peyton, And then when he was all but done, Rodgers was supposed to take the reins from fucking Brady. But then his defense couldn't get him over the hump. Oh, there's a pass to the end zone. Tyreek Hill touchdown. And Miami has the lead, ladies and gentlemen. That should give Tyreek Hill, oh no, it's only going to give him like 50 yards. God damn it. That doesn't lock up Tyreek Hill for me. What a play. Well, no, they didn't have a parlay for touchdowns for Tyreek Hill because they probably expected him to find the end zone. Hell of a route there. Gets the best of Tre'Davious White for the score. Great throw from Tua Tonga to Areola. And now Miami has the lead for the first time today. Actually, it might be the second. I can't recall. Yeah, Tyreek Hill will always play good against the damn Bills. Tyreek Hill's a hell of a goddamn player. John Pateno said, how much do you blame Russell Wilson versus the Broncos management? It's a mixture of both. I think it would actually be a 60-40 with the Broncos management having a bit more than Russell Wilson. And really, it's Hackett and that offensive, god-awful offense, but Russell Wilson has underperformed as well. Actually, I'll take that back. I'll say 55-45. Or as Fred Taylor would say, 55-50. For not giving him the tools he needs. He does have the tools. The problem is the offensive calls are terrible. He's got the tools there, but the offensive calls are terrible. In my opinion, what does Dak need to do to start being considered a top-tier quarterback in the league? Well, for Dak, he needs to, for one, Dak is a very good quarterback. He's not a system quarterback by any means. He's a good quarterback. But you're playing in Dallas. So unless you're winning playoff games consistently, or you're amongst the best in the league, because Dak can throw touchdowns. He threw 37 touchdowns, last year. He threw for like 4,000 yards or some shit last year. But his counterparts, that being a Mahomes, a Burrow, an Allen, those guys, dude, those dudes is tearing up the fucking league. And they're the reason why their teams are winning. Let's keep it a buck. Dallas's defense and Tony Chopper Pollard, them dudes won more games for Dallas this season than Dak did. Who's the reason behind why your team is winning? That's when you'll really determine, this person's the upper echelon. It takes everybody to win a game, but there's times in which you're watching a game like, that's the person. That's the guy driving them. You watch Buffalo, it's Josh Allen. You watch Kansas City, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey. You watch any of the Buccaneers game, it's Brady who's making that son of a bitch happen. You watching the Packers games, it's Rodgers. You watching the Bengals, it's Burrow, and then you got like the Chasers or whatever. So that's where the difference is. You watching the Eagles right now, it hurts. But when you watch Dallas, man, sometimes it'll be like, Dak is really, driving them there. And then other times you're like, fam, this defense is fucking amazing. Then you can say, oh man, it's CD Lamb. Like that's what kind of takes the stuff. Yeah, with the Ravens, it's no question it's Lamar Jackson. Come on now. We don't need to have a discussion about that. It's guaranteed. But with Dak, he needs to take it to another level. And luckily for him, he's on a team where he doesn't need to be great, as it was said earlier in the chat. Craig Batuan said Herbert, Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, NFL is in good hands. Correct. SSG Pafavo said Breeze had no defense aside from 2009 and still cooked. With the defense, he would have had more rings than Manning. Correct. I actually believe that. Just like Rodgers. Hell, if Manning had a ring, if Manning had some defenses, he would have probably had a bit more rings as well. But that's the beautiful thing about football, because you're in a situation where in football it's a full team effort. Like motherfuckers think football is basketball. It's not. Clinton in the building. Hello there. Dallas will choke in the playoffs. They have for the past 25 years. And it may continue. Yeah, I might have to drink some tea before I go to sleep just so I don't mess around and lose my doggone voice. I can't be screaming. But I have been talking. High Life said you fell asleep. You just woke up. What the fuck up? What the fuck, Buffalo? Hey, man, but listen, there's still a lot of time left in this game. There's still a lot of time left in this game. Are they going to get a good return? Decent return. They're going to take this to the 35. They'll probably mark him down to the 34. Vagabond just became a member again. Welcome, Craig Patuan said, I would say Lamar, but his future is blurry, sadly. No, he will be leaving the Ravens. The Ravens won't pay. Here's the problem, right? They offered him a contract, and it wasn't the best. Then he gets hurt. So now the eyebrow is raised because back-to-back years he gets hurt when they need to enter December. how much money are you really going to throw at that? Because now you're starting to wonder, is this man a liability as it pertains to health? I think he's leaving Baltimore. Henry, oh, Lord in heaven, is in the building. Oh, Jesus Christ. We thought we could avoid to go the whole game without Henry. Henry has showed up, ladies and gentlemen. Sup, Chiseled? Got your gun oil on deck. Author about to go brazy on the next door neighbor. For sure finna be limping. Also, thoughts on Jerkmas, Stroke Night, Reverse Cowgirl, Reindeer, hashtag Sunday finna be a movie. Sir, what is going on here? Part of the game is this. That's not the Christmas spirit. What is happening? Brother need to be dealt with. Get it together. But, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys haven't already, click the link in my description. Download the Underdog Fantasy app. Use promo code ADONIS, and they will match your deposit up to $100. Participate in the pick'em. I am participating in the pick'em myself, currently waiting for Isaiah McKenzie to pick up 11 more yards, and I will have locked down 400 Dura. But unfortunately, Isaiah McKenzie is not on the field here. So since that is the case, we are now in a situation where I am starting to get slightly concerned because when we enter the fourth quarter, I know that football is going to be going Stephon Diggs' way. I know probably going to be going Gabriel Davis's way. And with all of these snaps going towards Cole Beasley, I am very concerned about my parlay. Oh, he threw that football to a lineman. That should be an intentional grounding. He threw it into, that's his left tackle. That's grounding. That's grounding. What the hell? That's intentional ground. Oh, yes, he's looking for McKenzie. Turn around, McKenzie. Wait. No. They said incomplete. No. Please catch the football. Please catch the football. Please catch the football. Please catch the football, you son of a bitch. His knee is down. No, it moved. Damn it. Yo, this motherfucker don't want me to win money, son. That football moved. It moved. Yeah, they're going to mark it incomplete. They're going to call it incomplete. It moved when he hit the floor. They could call it a reception on the field, but they're going to mark it incomplete. Look at it move on his left hand. Okay, there's the perfect angle right here. There's a perfect angle right here. That left hand moved, but is it trapped underneath the right hand? Is it trapped underneath the right hand? He's down, but look, did he survive the ground? The football moved. Yeah, it's clipped. Oh, no, he pressed it against his chest. It did. Oh, this is, fam. Oh, my God. Fam, I got $400 on the line here. Come on. I'm praying for a reception, but the football moved. Here's the problem, right? Here's the problem. If they rule this a catch, how inconsistent are you going to be? Because Hunter Henry had a same situation that should have been a catch, and they ruled it incomplete. If this is considered a catch, you're still spitting in the face of what the fuck a catch in the NFL is. Don't get me wrong. I would love for this to be a catch so I can win myself a little bit of money. However, because the football had moved, right? It moves out of his left hand, and you can see it slightly touch the ground. He may have pressed it against his chest, but he repositioned the football when he moved his right hand. Therefore, this would be ruled incomplete. If they mark this complete, I win myself some money. However, the NFL refs would once again be incredibly inconsistent. The knee has him relatively down, but if you take a look at the football moving, there was movement of the football and the ground aided him in the catch. This should be a quick one-time, review, immediately ruled incomplete. It should be ruled incomplete. I think the referees might have him on the parlay too. I sure hope so. Because it's $400 on the line. I need that. Lone Star said if Dez ain't catch it, then nobody catches it. Well, unfortunately, I wish I could, go back in time and then make the right call, but unfortunately they didn't. But this is my biggest problem that I have is because they go over here and they review all this different shit, and then all of a sudden now they be sitting here talk. If they looking just to see if he was down, you've already established the knee is down. I don't know why the fuck they keep re-looking to see if the knee was down. They need to see the repositioning of the football. Because the ball also is slightly aided from the ground, it should be ruled incomplete. But I want the catch because I need this for my parlay. 1205 for life. But 2-1 said Frank Gore Jr. but had 329 yards, 2 rush TDs, and 1 passing touch. Good Lord. What the hell? God damn. That is a hell of a game. Good Lord. Yup, incomplete. Incomplete. This is ridiculous, bro. What a game. Good for Frank Gore. Good for Frank Gore and his job. Craig Patuan said, "Wish we would pay Lamar. Good thing I have 2 teams." Well, still crazy to have multiple teams, but fair enough. Biggest night. Patuan said, "Yo, Chiseled, when are you and Henry gonna link up?" Never. Relino or Renlo. Patuan said, tough year for us Pitt fans. Thoughts on Pickett? I like Pickett. Unfortunately, I need him to be healthy, and I need him to be, continually productive. So I think he certainly can be the quarterback of the future. Just need to give that brother some time. Oh, come on, Josh Allen. Look for McKenzie again. McKenzie again. No, that's Stephon Diggs. Son of a bitch. It's incomplete. They're going to be forced to punt. Fuck. Oh, McKenzie. Come on, bro. What do I need for this next parlay? What do I need? This next parlay, what do I need? Because I got 2 parlays that are open. I need 11 yards from Isaiah McKenzie, of course. I need 11 yards from Isaiah McKenzie. Now, this is what I need from Buffalo. Here's the problem. If Miami goes down and scores again, there's no doubt in my mind Josh Allen is fixing to run 3 more times. So that's going to fuck me. But Devin Singletary has to be slightly more productive. Stephon Diggs got to get his hand on the football, and Tyreek Hill just needs to pick up 22 more yards for me. Right, but I already know this is futile. I don't see this 100 happening, but this 400 right here. Come on now. I already got a lock on the pick 'em on Underdog Fantasy. I got a lock with Nick Chubb running for 99. Adam Thielen only had 41 yards. Matt Ryan didn't run for no yards. Josh Allen's already thrown 3 TDs. I only needed him to throw 2. All I need is Isaiah McKenzie to pick up some yardage for me, and I'll be all right. Come on now. Alfred said, "I truly think that Sunshine Trevor Lawrence and the Jaguars will be a playoff contending team next season." Thoughts? I said that before the season started. I said that Detroit might surprise a whole lot of people and go to the playoffs this year, and the Jags will be 1 game short of the postseason. Who was it? It was Donovan, Kyle. Kyle always comments, and he's like, "Hey, my thoughts on my Jags?" I told him during the NBA Finals that, be patient. You guys are a couple of years away. You got a squad that had all these draft picks, picked up all these traded, players or whatever. Damn, man, don't want to give nobody dap. He said good tackle, and you don't want to dap him up. Come on now, Edmonds. But, with all that being the case, I believe that the Jags will be a playoff contending team in 2 years. Next year, I think they're going to have, a pretty average season. But I think in 2 years, they'll be there to where they can go and try to take the NFC South because Tennessee will officially have to take a step back because Tannehill will be out the league, and Willis will have to now take the reins and have to get accustomed to, playing at that level. Then, you'll have with Houston, I don't think Houston is ever going to leave the bottom of the dumps. And then last but not least, in the South is Indianapolis, which is a complete wild card because I don't think Matt Ryan will be their quarterback. So it's going to be they're going to have to figure out what's going on at quarterback, and other players will end up moving, like Stephon Gilmore will end up being gone from there. I don't know what's going to be going on with Leonard, things of that nature. So I think in 2 years, you're going to see, Jacksonville take over in that division. So I'm cheering for Trevor Lawrence to play a bit better as well. Craig put 5 on it, said Ravens because of my mom, and I'm from PG County, Cowboys because of Madden, and DB was your favorite wide receiver, plus you always liked watching them play. Fair enough. That's interesting. You have 2 teams on the NFC and the AFC, Ravens and Cowboys. That's an interesting mix there. Joseph put 5 on it, said, come on, y'all. We know Davis Mills, the best quarterback in the league. He's the next big name. I see what you tried to do there because that brother got a long-ass goddamn neck. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know if his parents had him extended, in his goddamn neck when he was growing up. But ain't no human supposed to have a neck that goddamn long. But one way or another, ladies and gentlemen, we are entering the 4th quarter, so you already know what needs to happen. Ladies! And, oh, heavens to delicious. Gorgeous. find out her information. Slide in DMs. But, ladies and gentlemen, we have now entered the final period of the menstruation. In the fourth quarter AFC East battle, where the Buffalo Bills look to take a final nail into the coffin of the AFC East, where they would legitimately just have to win one more game and wrap up their division. But Miami trying desperately to bounce back and make things interesting on the road and sweep Buffalo into the division for the first time in some time. Will the Buffalo Bills take their receipt to the sperm bank and get their comeback? Also, feed Isaiah McKenzie the football for at least 11 more yards to get Adonis $400? Or will the Miami Dolphins, take the dead Namekian into the funeral home and put the nail in the coffin? Ladies and gentlemen, I invite you to the fourth quarter. It's time. It is time to show up and show out, just like you should on Underdog Fantasy. In the past 2 weeks, I'm up 1745 on Underdog Fantasy, and I want you to win too.
But what are you waiting for? Click the link in my description to download the Underdog Fantasy app right now. And to make matters even better, users will receive a deposit match up to $100 if you use my code. If you put 100 in, they'll give you 100. You put 50, they'll give you 50. You put 20, they'll give you 20. You put 10, they'll give you 10. If that don't sound like a deal, I don't know what is.
Tua Tonga and Areola nearly got intercepted there. Hell of a goddamn play from Johnson in the secondary. But Tyreek Hill nearly saw a pick six right in front of him. Very good defense there. Nearly could have had a pick six over there. Great defense. Great defense to start the fourth quarter. And now they're going to be forced to punt now with Buffalo getting that football, trailing by 5. A touchdown not only gives them the lead, makes things very interesting. Oh, favorable punt. They're going to be at midfield. Favorable punt. Favorable punt. Nearly had a pick six there. All right, let me know in the comment section right now who you guys got winning. You guys think Buffalo's making a comeback, or do you think that Miami will hold on for the victory? My top 5 comedian actors. Top 5 comedian actors. Bernie Mac won. Bernie Mac won. Really enjoy watching anything Bernie Mac is in. So he's won. Robin Williams 2. And then 3. A third comedian actor. Bernie Mac, Robin Williams, pardon. And comedian actor. I really like Rogan, but I'll probably pass on Rogan. What's that black dude's name? Craig Robinson. I think that's his name. He's always been funny. I always enjoyed him. But probably Eddie Murphy. Yeah, I can't go wrong with Eddie Murphy. Just Chillin' said, "You're happy you chose you didn't choose the Bills to win." Fair enough. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of it's like split down the middle. George Carlin was in. Well, of course George Carlin was acting, but I'll give Carlin his due in stand up rather than comedian acting. But matter of fact, you know what? I'll take out Robin Williams. I'll throw in Jim Carrey. Really enjoyed Jim Carrey and whatever the fuck he's in. So I think I'll go Bernie Mac, Jim Carrey, and then Bernie Mac, Jim Carrey, and Eddie. Ooh, Chris Tucker, very good one day. Joe said, "You're going to be at Pittsburgh versus the Carolina game tomorrow. Go Panthers." Well, I'm happy that you're going to be there. You say go Panthers. I say go Steelers. Justin Patuan said, "Did I watch UFC today / do live commentary for it?" No, I did not. I didn't even know there was an event going down today for UFC. Had no clue. Pryor, fuck Carey. Fair enough. Vagabond said, "If Rodgers, Peyton, and Brady were starting out in the league as it is right now with Mahomes, Allen, and Burrow, how do I think the league would look?" Well, for one, if Brady was starting on New England right now, struggle. Because the pieces in New England, it ain't there. If Peyton was starting with this Colts team, struggle. The pieces simply aren't there. If Rodgers is starting with this Green Bay team, struggle. The pieces just aren't there. So essentially, they would all be where they at. Wherever the fuck the team is at, you could add a couple more wins, but they would not be dominating over the league if they was just starting because the pieces simply aren't there. Josh Allen go, oh my God, he might be straight. He's lost the ball. He's stripped from behind. Miami gets the ball right back. Christian Sus Wilkins, gets the football back, and Phillips makes a play. And on the very first offensive play of the fourth quarter for the Bills, they give the ball right back. Hell of a play there. And Wilkins was right, Johnny on the spot right there. His big ass decided, hey, I'm going to pick up the ball and then go. Hell of a job by Phillips. Tony, Bavavo said, I know you're going to go crazy about it on your game highlight commentary, but what are your thoughts on Matt Ryan being a part of another epic collapse? Stay tuned for the commentary tomorrow. Very, very, very unfortunate situation, and he'll never live this down. Braylon Pavavo said, how many Steelers games have I been to since I became a fan of them? 3, and one of them was preseason. First regular season Steeler game I ever went to was 2019. Pittsburgh played against the Jets in MetLife Stadium, and they lost. Then the second Steeler game that I went to was I flew to Pittsburgh January 3rd of this year when they played against the Browns in Big Ben's final home game. And I went there and I enjoyed it. In fact, I got sick because I only wore one pair of socks, and I did not have enough of heat in my gloves to keep myself relatively warm. So I came back with a crazy cold. I lost my voice. Shit was brutal. But yeah, there's that. He was stripped from behind. Good play by Phillips. The strength of the Black Panther. Stripped away. Here we go. 1st and 10 here. They're gonna run because they have reason to go and run now. They're leading by 5, fourth quarter, driving down the field. Keep in mind, a field goal makes this a 8-point game, so it'll be a full 1-possession game. But if they score a touchdown, ooh, business is gonna have to pick up for Buffalo. Did he just say he's chiseled like an Adonis? Interesting. He's chiseled like an Adonis. Interesting. You can't tell me the commentators don't know who the fuck I am. Well, maybe it's just a... No. They know what they're doing. Granted, Adonis is a chisel, but still nevertheless. 2nd and 4. You think they said that? No, they did say it. I heard him. Edgy said, where's that 16 gram of crack from and sell it as a soundbite from? Well, I heard from, what's interesting, I'm in the process of getting the trademark. It just takes time for shit to trademark. But I'm in the process of getting the trademark. So best believe they'll be hearing from me. Vagabond, pretend on it. Said, speaking of seeing games, I'm gonna go to see what may be Rodgers' final games in Lambeau against the Vikings. Can't wait for that, but you're nervous about that Wisconsin cold. Yeah, so if anything, just super bundle up. Bring everything that you got. Wear it. They failed to pick up the first down. They're going to be forced to kick the field goal. Easy said, tell them to cut the check, steal them a shit. Yeah, it's interesting. It was in a Family Guy episode, it was in all the other stuff, but nobody's used it, as much as I have, and I've built a brand on it. So since that's the case, I'll be able to get the trademark. It's just a matter of getting all the paperwork and everything done. But I began the filing process and everything. So it's an arm and a leg to pay for and everything, but it is what it is. I got to make sure I secure the brand so I can secure the bag. As the new age people call it, the bag. 47-yard field goal. They need to make this here. They can't afford to miss. They cannot afford to miss. He's got to make this. It is right down the middle, and it's good. Hell of a field goal. 8-point lead here. Joker 2 times said they called the boy with the shirt off ChiseledAdonis, correct? John D said if Terry McLaurin has a 1,000-yard season this year and 1,000 yards every year in his NFL Washington career, does that mean he'll go down as a top 5 Washington player in franchise history? A top 5. Okay, so Washington's top players all time, you have John Riggins. We're not going to throw Sean Taylor in there. You have John Riggins, Art Monk, Art Monk, Sonny Jurgensen. Actually, no, you could probably Sonny Jurgensen. You have was it Bobby Mitchell? I forget his name. But he could probably get past on Kerrigan was very good, but would I put him in the 5? Probably not. Champ ended up leaving. Cornerback. What's his name? Darryl Green. So you have Darryl Green, undoubtedly. John Riggins, undoubtedly. The quarterbacks are like a revolving door. No, not Sean. Sean Taylor played a year and a half. He had a year and a half of being sensational football player. You're not going to be top 5 off of that. I don't care how good of a memory the people may have or what your projection may have been. I can't do that. Wide receiver Art Monk. I would have to have Art Monk in there. So Monk, Riggins, Jurgensen, Trent Williams, 4, and there's another lineman who was on the Hogs. I forget. Charlie Taylor. His son said Alfred Morris. I'm weak. Said Alfred Morris. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I think it's not bad. Jurgensen, Sonny Jurgensen, Trent, Monk, Riggins, and how'd I forget? How'd I forget that last person? I'm tripping. Wait, hold on, wait a minute. I'd actually think I would have to go. I think I'm thinking of Sammy Ball instead of. Yeah, I think y'all may be right. I'm thinking of Sammy Ball instead of Sonny Jurgensen. I think I'm thinking of Sammy Ball instead of Sonny Jurgensen. Yeah, it was Sammy Ball. I'm tripping. I said Sonny Jurgensen. Sonny Jurgensen had more years elsewhere. No. He also had those years in Washington. But yeah, I think I'd probably go. Yeah, I think probably slinging Sammy Ball. Yeah, Sammy Ball. He had those years in Washington. I knew I was thinking of Ball over Jurgensen. Yeah, I'd have Ball over Jurgensen. No. The thing with London Fletcher, right? Because I was really thinking Fletcher as well, but I would probably go in the other direction. Fletcher would be in the 10 for them, but I think McLaurin, if he could continue to keep it up at where he's at, then he could get there. But he's got to pass Santana Moss. Sunset Carson Wentz. Gerald Patuan said all-time AFC versus NFC. Who I have? All-time AFC versus NFC? All-time AFC versus NFC. Jeez Louise. AFC's got fucking dogs on defense. Did he just fumble again? Josh Allen got to get it together. You need to throw the football to Isaiah McKenzie, though, but he's got to get it together. All-time AFC versus NFC. I'd actually go AFC. I think AFC wins. Because AFC undoubtedly has the better defense, in my opinion. Is this a fumble? Yes, that is a fumble. I think the AFC got that. Although the NFC's D-line would be fucking scary as shit. But I think the AFC would win. Good Lord. It's a good run right there. But I need Isaiah McKenzie on the field, dog. What is going on? Just 11 yards to Isaiah McKenzie. Now I'm starting to get concerned. You see, this is why I hate this is the part of when you got wages and stuff like that can drive me up a wall. Oh Jesus, they just went direct run with Josh Allen. Yeah, he's about to pick up a whole lot of yards, and he's still going. He's out of bounds at the 11. All right, so if he throws a touchdown here to Isaiah McKenzie, that'd be perfect. Just give Lyle Alzado some powder. Oh my, but. Huge run from Josh Allen. You could tell it was a design run. I knew it was only a matter of time. Like I said, one of the parlays, I'm concerned. I'll pretty much just say that's in doubt because when the game gets close, Allen's going to use his feet. What's that, his 7th rush? Yeah, it's clipped. This one, it's over. That's his 7th rush attempt. It's over. This one's over. Allen's got his 7th rush attempt. There's no doubt in my mind he's going to run 2 more times. It's over. So this one is clipped. This is my last chance. If Isaiah McKenzie doesn't get 11 yards, I'm going to lose my mind. I need him to score a touchdown right here. He throws a touchdown to Isaiah McKenzie right here, I'll feel all right. But even if they score a touchdown, it's still going to be a situation where they have to go down the field and score. So I'm still in a spot in which he could possibly get the ball thrown to him, but I don't know what's going on. Isaiah McKenzie's snap count has not been as it used to be. I think maybe with Cole Beasley coming back, now they got more people getting involved in the offense, but come on now. Take the L out of Lover. That other one is losing, brother. No, but I look at my wager. My total wager that I had was like what was it? 20 total dollars on the total wager. So with this one being no, pardon me, it's probably about like 30. Yeah, about like 30, 35, something of that nature. Yeah, it's like 35 that I have. So since that's the case, I can win 400. That's a huge W. So I just need a touchdown from Isaiah McKenzie. But McKenzie's not on the field. No, McKenzie is on the field. Perfect, but they might hand the football to fucking Devin Singletary. Isn't that how the white man runs the football? That is how the white man runs the football. Oh, Jesus Christ, he's gonna run again. Oh, and they pushed him out of bounds. No flag. Oh, whoa. What they doing on the sideline? What is Robinson, fam? They need to relax. Oh, they throwing snow now. These dudes over emotional, bro. You in the middle of a game. You trying to get yourself ejected? People are dumb, bro. They doing too much. Vagabond said, while he obviously shares some blame, do you think Matt Ryan's legacy will be seen as nothing more than a choke artist? Absolutely. Absolutely. Because the league is a what have you done for me lately kind of situation, and Matt Ryan is in a situation in which his two greatest moments will be that of straight up choking in the Super Bowl, and then again being the quarterback of the largest, blowjob in regular season history. Is anybody ejected? Nobody's ejected. Claudio in the building. What's going on? MFer said, you're not watching the game. Did the Bill but did the Bills pull a Colts and choke? No, the Bills had the lead, but it was always a close game. I really don't understand how people just, they letting all their emotions get the best of them. They're so goddamn stupid, bro. They driving down the field. You got the lead. Momentum's in your favor. All you need to do is get a stop. Don't fucking put yourself in a situation in which you make it worse for yourself. There's Allen. Look for somebody. No, he's looking for Stephon Diggs. Nope, can't get it. Ayer says that the QB fault or the defense for that debacle of the collapse today. Both. Josh Allen was desperately trying to find Stephon Diggs there. Ooh. Oh, yeah, you got to catch that football. Diggs got to catch that football, period. Diggs has to catch that football there. That's on him. Second and goal here. I'm surprised. I'd be surprised if they didn't try to run it here. It's going to be Allen keeping it himself, trying to go. No. Oh, my God. He nearly lost the football there. That brother playing a dangerous game, leaving that football out. Come on now. What is he doing? St. Crowley said, would I beat Pat McAfee in a fight? Not at this stage, no. But give me 3 years of training. I got it. I'm on his ass. Kick that brother in the knee. Kid Dynamite said, we have a fracas. Hit the like button if you haven't already. We got 450 likes. Come on now. Get them likes up. Here we go. A field goal can help here as well. So you don't feel as if you have to score a touchdown with 9:09 on the clock here. There's Josh Allen. Got to get rid of the football. End zone touchdown, Dawson Knox. Touchdown, Dawson Knox. With the score, they got to go for 2 here. So they can even up the score at 29 apiece. But here's where I'm concerned about my parlay, because Miami has run the football very well this game, granted, at least in the first half. So since that's the case, the longer, or I should say the more conversions that they get on the ground, the more danger that I'm going to be in for, time running off the clock, and then Isaiah McKenzie picking up 11 yards. That motherfucker dropping, or I should say flattening his route and then not holding on to the football, he about to cost me $400, man. I'm sick. 2-point conversion here to tie up the game. The Buffalo Bills currently have, before they call hike, how much points do the Bills have right now? God damn it, I done clicked the wrong thing. How much points do the Bills have right now?
27.
27.
27.
27.
27
27 27 27 27
17
27
27
27
27
27.
27.
20.
Incept.
20, or I should say 2 men on too many men on defense. So now it's going to be a second, 2-point conversion from the 1-yard line, and Josh Allen's going to dive and lose the football. But the ball is live. The ball's live. If Miami recovers, they can. What the hell kind of holy roller shit is this? Good Lord in heaven. He did not get there. Allen did not get there, and Miami trails by 2. Pardon me. Buffalo trails by 2. Oh, my. Vagabond put 50 on it, said, don't know if it'll mean anything, and trying not to flex, man. But man, it's good to have gone to the gym for the past 8 months and not just seeing but feeling the results. I hope Unchiseled is going strong, man. Results are worth it. Absolutely it is. I'm happy that you've been able to see results yourself. In fact, I've been raving a lot about the sauna suit. I've actually gotten the Unchiseled to go ahead and order himself a sauna suit, and I look forward to you guys seeing episode 10 of the chiseling of the Unchiseled Adonis. I really want to say I can have it by the time of New Year, but we shall see how it all plays out. But I'll let you guys know. Thomas said it was too early to go for 2. You're getting the ball back. Actually, no. I disagree. I think at that point it's best to go for 2. Why is that? Because you kick the field goal, or I should say the extra point, you're still trailing by 1. Because you scored the touchdown, you failing to go for it, you failing to pick up 2, it's not that big, no harm, no foul. You as a defense just have to prevent the touchdown, right? Because here's the situation. Let's say you kick the extra point, you don't go for 2. Miami now has the full leverage if they score a touchdown. They can go for 2 and get it, now make it a 2-possession game, or they can just score and it's just going to be a full 1-possession game. But what you're going to want to do is you try to tie the game when you can. So them scoring here actually is a perfect situation to go for 2. It would have made, if they went and they tried to go and just kick the extra point, then boot the football back, there's no guarantee you're going to get the ball back. You got to tie the game now. You got to tie the game now. You tie the game now because the opportunity is right in front of you. You don't go kick the extra point, then go down with still a deficit because you don't know if the defense is going to get a stop. So you never want to fuck yourself. You go for it and then you say, "Hey, defense, get a stop." Yeah, Josh Allen need to watch it. I agree. Josh Allen, he's going to end up having an injury because he just be throwing his body balls to like Ben Roethlisberger needs to talk to him, because if there's anybody who knows what his plight is, it's a Big Ben. You've got to be able to protect and preserve your body. Yeah, Allen, just keep using the triangle button, bro. Allen's decision making is why he'll never be the best QB in the league. I can see that. What? They overturned it and gave them the 2 points. Wait a minute. Hold on. I need to see the replay here. When am I doing the highlight commentary for the World Cup? I've already started. Round of 16 is on Patreon. There's going to be a Patreon exclusive because you can't upload it on YouTube. So you guys got to click the link in my description and become a patron. Then you can see it. All patrons can see it. That ball. Oh, come on. Fam, hey. I don't know. I think, oh boy, wow, that's like a fucking centimeter, bruh. That's a centimeter. Wow, that's a centimeter that got him in. That's crazy. First off, these motherfuckers who out there with no goddamn gloves, they wildin'. A centimeter got him in. That's crazy. 1 centimeter gets them the touchdown. 1 centimeter gets them the touchdown. I'll be damned. That is wild. All in Patuan said, you have a football team. What are my top 5 cheerleaders? My top 5 cheerleaders. Top 5 cheerleaders. Hell if I know. Let's see. Get me Zendaya. Get me Zendaya. Who's the ladies that people lust over? Get me Zendaya. Who's like the women that everybody be lusting over now? This man Merck done said Lizzo. William put 10 on and said just a tip. Hancho put 5 on and said, what would it feel like getting a hug from Joy with your face first? It would be like when I came down. But I would have Zendaya, Rihanna. Yeah, I like that. Rihanna. Prime Kim Kardashian, because you're just gonna get random women pulling up. Prime Kim Kardashian, because you have to also take into account who else pulls up for the cheerleaders, the ladies. So you want to get people to pay. So Zendaya, I got a mulatto. Kim Kardashian. Rihanna for the Caribbean folks. Beyonce, because she can lead the dance number. And then oh yeah, he's got his man. Who is that? That's Tariq Hill, moving the chains. And then let's see here. One last one to be a cheerleader. Could get extorting. Shakira, that wouldn't be too bad. Sure. Put a 5. Yeah, probably Shakira. You throwing Shakira in there. Why not? She can dance. Why not? First, well, they called the hike in time. 2 is going to throw the ball to. Oh, what a catch! Moss that man! You kidding me? Wilson just took that boy's soul. God damn. Put his elbows on top of his goddamn helmet. Oh, my. Matter of fact, no. Move Shakira. Give me Naomi from WWE. Give me Naomi. So I think that would be the 5. Give me Naomi, Rihanna, Beyonce, Zendaya, Prime Kim Kardashian. That'll be the 5. What a catch! Now, Miami wants to not only get in field goal range, but they also want to kill a little bit of clock. That's why they're going to go try to run over here. Told that brother, hold my nuggets, suck my dick. God damn. $7:10 on the clock here, left in the 4th quarter, ladies and gentlemen. What kind of ski mask that man had on? As Miami is approaching field goal range. In fact, you can argue they are in field goal range, but you want to have a chip shot in this kind of weather. That's a bad pass. Is it? Oh, nearly intercepted. It was nearly intercepted, but it's going to be Miami. It's still Miami football. Still Miami football. That's a dangerous pass. Allin said, y'all cheerleaders, they all got black in them. Thinking about it. Yep, fair enough. Wilson, this man said Prime Jada Fire. You need to chill. Have the commentators talked about the snow yet? I bet they haven't stopped. I bet they have not stopped. People are wilding out there. Fred Flintstone wants his water buffalo hat back. Wallow said that you ain't picking Britney Spears for the cheerleading squad. Well, we got to look at cheerleaders from this generation. That's the only reason I would take if I was to throw Britney up in there, I'd probably get rid of Naomi. So I'd probably if you have like the public public appeal or whatever, then you would throw in Britney instead of Naomi or whatever the case may be. But it can't be Britney now because Britney now is a little cuckoo, so it doesn't really work in the favor. Prime member Rose underrated. I ain't get her the fuck out of here. She all right, though. She fine, but she can't dance. Carissa Thompson as a general manager. Oh, my. 4th and 12 here. Now, I'm curious. What are they going to do? Yeah, they're going to punt. They're going to punt. You can't run the risk. You can't run the risk of trying a field goal there and then giving Buffalo half of the field. Now, how good will this punt be? They're going to – oh, wow. He's lucky he held on to the football there because imagine if he muffed that punt. And now – with Buffalo with a chance to win this game, they're going to run the football. Wow, it literally held on to this man helmet. Now, they're going to run the football here. But I would love if they passed the ball to Isaiah McKenzie. This is exactly why I was very concerned. Oh, Lord. Under 6 minutes left. Lock me. Jeez. Is McKenzie on the field? McKenzie's on the field. Get the ball to McKenzie. They're probably going to run a jet sweep. It's dangerous to try to just throw here, but it depends. They're going to line up in shotgun. They're going to run the football. That's what worked the last drive. Do not be surprised if Josh Allen takes off running himself. There's a handoff to Devin Single. No. Look over the middle. God damn it, he's going outside. That's Diggs. No. It was Gabriel. He finds Gabriel. They're going to move the chains there. God damn it. Oh, if Isaiah McKenzie went deeper, that's a touchdown. Good Lord. Come on, McKenzie. Get open, you son of a bitch. God damn it, McKenzie. Go, oh, yes. McKenzie's by himself. God damn it. Josh Allen gets sacked, but there's laundry on the field. Jeez Louise, man. What is going on? I think they're going to call this on the offense. Holding on the offense. Back them up. Hashtag no filter. Brothers said salute from the boot. What's going on, CA? Hey man, how's it going? Julio said Henry got the special attack moves. Thomas said you be goddamn how big would the dam be? Well, if you be goddamn how big would the dam be? The dam would be pretty doggone big. King said I'm about to smack McKenzie. I might as well. Is McKenzie still on the field? Yeah, he's right there in the slot. Come on, McKenzie, get open. McKenzie, get open. Come on, McKenzie. Look for McKenzie. I hope that's McKenzie. Is it McKenzie? It's fucking Gabriel Davis. God damn it. Now Gabriel. Oh, my God. Come on, McKenzie. Jeez Louise, man. Help me. Yo, if they don't pick up the first down, because they truly, oh, my God, McKenzie was open too. No, because the other fucking Dawson Knox ran across his face. God damn it. Yeah, it's clipped, bro. I think McKenzie's out of the lineup. Oh, no, he's over the middle. Yeah, it's over. Stephon Diggs. Yup, they're going to keep moving the chains. Yeah, Miami will not get this football back. They took Stephon Diggs off. He's leaving the field. McKenzie's still on the field. Come on now, McKenzie. Come on now. I need this for my parlay. Alex says, I'm getting 1 million subs in 2023. Oh, I will. Best believe I will. That is the goal for the end of the year. I got to get to 1 million subs before Christmas next year. I got to. I have to. Cannot afford not to. Come on. Knox is a bum. I wouldn't go that far now. He's not the best. He's not amongst, the best tight ends in the league, but I wouldn't say he's a bum. McKenzie over there standing cold because they're going to run the football, tackle them in the backfield. Yes, beautiful. Let's throw the football. Let's try to get the ball in the hands of McKenzie. Come on now. Winter is here. Indeed it is out there in Buffalo. Tyrone said, you're dating a racist white woman. Well, I'm not surprised. Yeah, McKenzie's not getting the ball. He's not. Julio said he's a bum because as soon as you cut him, he goes off. You shouldn't have cut him, stupid. What are they going to do here? Josh Allen, he's going to hand the football off again. Stop Devin Singletary. Take him down. All right, beautiful. And now they're going to set up a 3rd and short here. They're just going to try to get in field goal range, man. They just going to try to get in field goal range. Oh, Lord. I'm sick. I am so sick right now. You have no idea. Fucking Isaiah McKenzie. Well, I guess it's clipped. Clarence said that's what happens when you rely on a number 5 receiver. I don't have to. It's not necessarily rely on. I was in a situation where this brother had 2 different moments in which he was going to get that yardage. But then all of a sudden now Cole Beasley shows up and they start taking him out. Oh, there it is, McKenzie. Oh, no, you son of a bitch. Get deeper in your route, you goddamn bastard. Oh, that's only going to get me 7. You goddamn son of a bitch. He only went 7 yards deep. Keep your feet. He could have ran. Oh. God damn it, McKenzie. He's 3 yards away. Well, 4. McKenzie is 4 yards away. This is why fantasy and me really don't mix, bro. I end up becoming biased. McKenzie is 4 yards away. There's Singletary. Where's he going to get? Tackle him. McKenzie's 4 yards away. It's over now. That was my last chance. It's over now. Well, I went from the second quarter possibly winning myself $400 to falling short now. Unless they run a goddamn bubble screen, it's clipped, bro. It's fucking clipped. And we're going to the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. St. Crowley said gay porn on the tab. What was you good, bro? We watching football. This man talking about gay porn. What are you in Young Thug's fucking in Young Thug's court case? What's happening with you, brother? Not that there's anything wrong with that. That's your business. Habitual line stepper said, I think a Chiseled calling games playing Underdog fantasy than him just speculate. Well, hey, I'm calling the game, but goddamn it, I'm sick if I fall short. I'm trying to win. Brad said Chiseled is rich. He fooling y'all. In the words of Patrice O'Neal, Joe believe in magic. Well, yeah, if I was rich. If I was a rich man, life would be a little bit different for me. But that ain't the case. We have now reached the 2-minute warning, ladies and gentlemen. 2nd and 3. Buffalo still driving. Obviously, Miami's defense has not been able to get stops. So essentially, all they need to do is run into field goal range. However, if they were to settle for a field goal right now, that would be a 62-yarder, and I would highly doubt Tyler Bass is making that in this weather. So they need to get closer. Whether it's running the football, whether it's throwing the football, one way or another, they need to drive down the field. And the snow is coming down hard out there in Buffalo as we're approaching midnight. Yeah, I've already said I want to get money so I can disappear. Nobody would see me. I'd be like fucking Bruce Wayne in Dark Knight Rises. You see me here and there. You don't like. I only want money to disappear. I'm gonna be visible for some time. Like I've always wanted to be. Well, obviously, the end goal is to sell out Madison Square Garden. So I'll be around here and there. But I got to do what I got to do. But ultimately, I want to get money so I can disappear. Who the hell let Joe back in here? Well, here we go. 2-minute warning. There's a long-ass fucking 2-minute warning. What is going on? Are the referees trying to see? Is McKenzie still on the field? Probably not. What are my thoughts on the city of Detroit? I wasn't very there's only so much you can do, but I've only been there one time. So I've got to go back so I can really enjoy myself or find different things that I can do to find a bit of enjoyment. Yep, McKenzie not even on the field. Shit clipped. It's over, man. It's over. I hope they pick up a first down here. Singletary is going to pick up the first down. Beautiful. And they're going to take him down inside the 40. Now, can McKenzie come on the field? Because who the fuck is number 10? Get him the fuck out of here. Bring McKenzie back on the field. They're just going to keep running the football. They're literally just going to keep running the football. It's clipped for me. It's clipped for me. Have I ever been to Texas? I went to Houston earlier this year. That was the first time ever being in Texas. And they're trying to get closer for Tyler Bass, but they also can end it with a touchdown. Oh, McKenzie's back on the field. Beautiful. McKenzie's back on the field. Come on, throw to McKenzie. Nope, they're going to run the football. And as Devin Singletary, huge hole. No, he's going to go down. Now they're inside the 35. Jesus Christ. Brad said, you will make it. Your work ethic will get you there for sure. Yes, indeed. Appreciate that. And Drew Johnson said, I look like Michael Thomas. I look like a lot of people. Yeah, they tried to strip that football out, but it didn't work out. Phillips was desperately trying to find that strip over there. It didn't work out in his favor. He nearly got a face mask. We're under 1 minute remaining in this game, ladies and gentlemen. We're under 1 minute left in this game. They're just going to keep running the football. Josh Allen is going to throw it over the middle. It's incomplete. And it's a 3rd and 6 situation. So what does Buffalo do here? Of course, they only went towards Stephon Diggs. Could have fucking looked towards your left. Isaiah McKenzie was right there. Thoughts on college? It depends on what it depends on what you're studying. But if you're not going towards if you're not going towards a particular job field that requires, a degree that will pay you good money, save on college. Just go ahead and pass on that. I think Josh Allen's going to keep this football himself and run. Josh Allen's going to keep this football himself and run. McKenzie! Oh, no! Well, there goes that. There fucking goes that. He draws the flag, but they ain't going to throw the football again. Why would they? It's over. It's over. Yep, they're going to spot the spot foul. It's over. If only this motherfucker caught it. Well, it's clipped. Sunny days. Everybody likes them. Tell me, baby, can you stand the rain? Fucking Josh Allen threw it short on purpose, and then fucking McKenzie couldn't fucking catch the goddamn football. Oh, they threw it there for me, and this motherfucker wanted to go and pass interfere. You just cost me money, you son of a bitch. You fucking cost me money, you son of a bitch. Well, looks like I failed to pick up a W on back-to-back streams and collect money. All they're going to do is line themselves up for Tyler Bass. I can only hope that Tyler Bass slips and misses in the snow. That is all I can hope for. That's all I can hope for. I can hope for a miss. That's pretty much it. They're just going to go down. Oh, no, they're not. They're going to try to, take him down right there, call a timeout. But if you're Miami, I guess you would just let the time run. But for Buffalo, they're probably going to call a timeout, take a couple of chances. Marlo said 400 was this close. Ain't that the truth? Indeed, it was right there. Pain. Absolute pain. Three times. McKenzie, 1, there was a perfect pass to him. He flattens his route. 2, couldn't control and survive the ground on another catch. And then 3, motherfucker got, pass interfered right here. He would have gotten there. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And I'm pretty sure Gabriel Davis probably got like 5 fucking catches. I should have just went all in on goddamn Gabriel Davis. He got 4 catches. Pain. Absolute pain. It's fucking A. Goddamn brutal, man. That is brutal. McKenzie just had to fall on the ground when he had a chance. It is what it is. The football's at the 11-yard line. 2nd and 8. Alex A said, I'm still the man. I know. I'll get my get back tomorrow. Sunday Night Football. I shall come on to stream with a victory. Claim it. Manifest it. Now, 2nd and 8 here. 2nd and 8. Handoff, Devin Singletary. He's got a hole. He goes down. He said, fuck a touchdown. He said, I'm going to go down so y'all can waste y'all final timeout. Great job from Singletary because he could have scored a touchdown right there. He could have scored a touchdown right there. He could have scored a touchdown right there, but he said, no, fuck that. He's going down. And he didn't get the first down. That's a shame. He didn't get the first down. Golly. But Miami uses their final timeout, and now it's 3rd and 1. He should have picked up the first down there because there's still an opportunity. But granted, one way or another, because Miami's out of timeouts, Buffalo's pretty much going to let this son of a bitch run all the way down to 2 seconds, and they're going to try the field goal. Mike said, dang, Chiseled 2 games in a row. What's for dinner? Fresh hot L's. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the fucking truth? Well, not necessarily 2 games in a row at fresh hot L's. This would be one because I had a $100 victory last game, but then this one right here, this one would be the ultimate L. I don't envision a circumstance in which they don't try to go and run. He takes the knee there, and now they're about to take the kick over here. Oh, Lord. I need a miss. I need a miss so we can get to overtime. These motherfuckers is damn near cleaning everything on the floor. They cleaning everything on the floor. They doing the most right now, just trying to clear everything up so that Tyler Bass will be able to make this doggone field goal. I need him to miss. They call a timeout so they could use additional time to clean the snow off the ground. I need a miss. I need a slip. I need somebody to fall. He's got 3 career game-winning field goals. That's teamwork right there. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. If he missed, Diggs better score in OT. How about now? Oh, well, matter of fact, I wouldn't mind if he scored just after Isaiah McKenzie moved the chains. Isaac said, I'm participating in the Frank Costanza challenge, perhaps. Arlen said, did Skip apologize? Probably in private, but I didn't see anything public. I did not see anything public. Here we go. This will be a, I believe, 25-yard field goal. Chip shot field goal. Yo, if he slip and fall right now, the shit would be hilarious. But you know what would be even crazy? Man slip and fall, but then Buffalo still finds a way to score. Wouldn't that be wild? Here we go. To win the game and crush my dreams. From 25 yards out, the boot is through the uprights, and it is good. Buffalo wins. In the snow, and everybody is sliding all over the field. And that should all but wrap up the division for the Buffalo Bills, because all they got to do is just win one more game in Week 16, and the division is theirs. And they get their get back over Miami. 25-yard field goal for the win. Hell of a goddamn victory for the Buffalo Bills. I have lost my parlay because of Isaiah McKenzie, and ultimately it is what it is. Vagabond Patuan said, what did Skip Bayless say? Well, he said to Shannon Sharp that his Hall of Fame did not necessarily, it wasn't that big of a deal, because Brady is better at 45 than Shannon Sharp was at 35. But I would implore you to go back and watch the total segment yourself, rather than just, you know, what my synopsis of it was, just so you can get the full context of it. So essentially what the situation was that Skip kind of brought down his friend and coworker in an effort to build up Brady, who still is struggling regardless. But there was that. But hell of a victory there for the Buffalo Bills. No $400 for me, because not only did the Buffalo Bills tell the Miami Dolphins to take out their Metro cards, they also told my parlay to take out their Metro cards and get aboard the L train as the Buffalo Bills come from behind and get themselves a much-needed victory here again tonight. Because for the Miami Dolphins, what happened?
You lose.
I said,
You lose.
once more,
You lose.
never forget,
You lose.
your quest of holding on to the lead was what?
Failure.
Just in case you didn't hear,
Failure.
Miami ain't nothing but some.
Failure.
Because what are they eating tonight?
Fresh hot ales. 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 Fresh hot ales.
Fresh hot L's. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you guys tuning into the stream. We got to 500 likes. How cool is that? So, one way or another, we saw the Buffalo Bills get themselves a W here and bring themselves one game closer to winning the division, and cost me my doggone parlay. But tomorrow, I expect victory to be in my favor, because I clicked the link in my description, downloaded the Underdog Fantasy app, use promo code Adonis. If you have not already, make sure you go ahead and do so. They will match your first deposit up to $100. Participate in the Pick'em. The Pick'em is personally my favorite. I expect to get myself a couple of W's tomorrow, and I shall keep you guys posted when I go live on Sunday night. But Buffalo did clinch a playoff berth for this season. But one way or another, congratulations to the Buffalo Bills. And if you thought that Miami was going to win the football game today. Because
What's wrong, okay?
When I came down,
Eddie, take us out. Y'all have yourselves a good night. And I will be live tomorrow for the FIFA World Cup at 10 a.m. So if you guys are not heading to church, you're going to be in the crib watching a little bit of soccer. I will be live for the FIFA World Cup game, final game live. Highlight commentary. And last but not least, go Argentina. Vamos, Argentina! Eddie Murphy, take us out. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Good night. Suck my dick. Bye-bye.